On an absolutely splendid September Saturday afternoon, we welcome you to a rare early season matinee. It is Parents' Weekend here at the University of Indianapolis, and Mother Nature, well, much like the dude, clearly abides, because we could not have a more perfect afternoon. We got two good football teams for you here, Ohio Dominican and the University of Indianapolis. Tonight's broadcast on the ISC Sports Network is presented in part by the Free Enterprise System. They're the official travel agency for Greyhound Athletics. The Free Enterprise System, anything else is just a bus ride. By Prairie Farms, we are Indiana's dairy. By Indiana Members Credit Union, who proudly supports UIndy Athletics and offers a free UIndy debit card. Show your school spirit and get yours at imcu.com. By Gordon Flesh, technology that works, people who perform. Please visit gflesh.com. By Aqua Systems, the knowledgeable staff of water experts in multiple locations. Aqua Systems has been helping people improve their water since 1959 and proud to sponsor the University of Indianapolis Greyhounds. And finally, by the Ray Skillman Automotive Group. Go to rayskillman.com for your best deals. The Sunshine Boys are back together again. Greg Rakestraw and Dave Burton. I missed you last Saturday. We missed you in the spring. It's great to be back in the broadcast booth with you.
It's great to be back. Thank you.
Well, again, this is a wonderful weather day. This is not the easy way to ease into play in the GLVC next week. Ohio Dominican's a really good football program.
They are good. They're a good football program. They're a good team. You know, this year's team, both teams 2-1 coming in. And with, you know, just kind of the setup and the way the conferences, the GLVC and the GMAC have set themselves up, they're taking the best teams from each conference and saying, hey, let's get together, let's see where we are before we get into our conference season.
Tonight's matchup is presented by Gordon Flesh. So when we say played in a bowl game, you think, wait a minute, there's not those in Division II. Yes, there is. You want to play in the Division II playoffs, but Ohio Dominican played at a game that we produced on the ISC Sports Network. So we last saw them December of 2019 in the America's Crossroads Bowl up in Hobart, and we're proud to say we'll produce that game again coming up in early December right here on the ISC Sports Network. And much like UIndy, the Great Midwest Athletic Conference, 8 teams that play football, just the same number as the GLVC. So each of these teams get 4 non-conference tests before you begin league play. And the story on the right-hand side of the screen, UIndy had not lost a home football game since Harding beat them in the opening round of the 2017 Division II playoffs. Tiffin of the GMAC came here last week and recovered from a 17-7 deficit to win 20-17.
Yeah, you know, last week, UIndy, it was a really weird feeling sitting in the booth watching the game, because for 3 quarters it was in UIndy's control, and it wasn't so much that things unraveled, it was just that they didn't do what they needed to do to win the game. And I'm sure that's something that was addressed after the game and has been a sense of focus, or a point of focus all week for the coaching staff.
And again, for these two teams, to some degree, the records reset as you get to next week. But honestly, these are two teams that are thinking about the Division II postseason, which is why this victory, going one way or the other, could be awfully big from a seeding standpoint. It's almost time to release the Hounds here at Key Stadium. Again, normally a 6 o'clock kickoff because of Parents' Weekend. We are starting earlier, a sun-splashed afternoon. And again, the Hounds about to take to the turf here at Key Stadium. We'll take this quick timeout. When we come back, more of our pregame show presented by Indiana Members Credit Union as you're watching University of Indianapolis Greyhound football here on the ISC Sports Network.
Tonight's UIndy broadcast is brought to you by Free Enterprise System, the official travel agency for Greyhound Athletics. Anything else is just a bus ride. By Prairie Farms, we are Indiana's dairy. By Indiana Members Credit Union, proudly supporting UIndy Athletics and offering a free UIndy debit card. Show your school spirit and get yours at imcu.com. By Gordon Flesh, technology that works, people who perform. Please visit us at gflesh.com. By Aqua Systems, helping people improve their water since 1959 and a proud sponsor of the UIndy Greyhounds. And by the Ray Skillman Auto Group. Go to rayskillman.com for your best deals.
This global pandemic has challenged us all. No one is immune to the profound effect that it has had on our lives and our livelihoods. This pandemic has brought many things into a clearer focus. We thrive best when in community. We treasure our freedom. We have much more that we want to see and do. There's still so much more left to experience together. At Free Enterprise, when challenges come, we meet them with new resolve and new plans. Anything else is just a bus ride has been our brand promise since 1976. And part of that promise is to do everything within our control to ensure your well-being and safety. These extra precautionary measures and procedures make group travel something we can all look forward to again. Free Enterprise also follows all federal, state, and CDC recommended guidelines. In addition to our standard cleaning and sanitary practices, we've implemented extra precautionary measures, including a new monofoil electrostatic spraying system. This same system is used in hospitals and by legacy brands like Disney. Rest assured that at Free Enterprise, we always take great pride in going above and beyond to provide you and your group with the best care and service possible. We're excited to get our wheels turning and your group moving. Reach out to our Free Enterprise team and book your group's charter today. Travel Free Enterprise, because anything else is just a bus ride.
While we were away, UIndy has won the toss. They have elected to defer, so Ohio Dominican will have their offense on the field first. Let's get to our player to watch, which is presented by Prairie Farms, and the obvious answer for UIndy is Toriano Clinton, a school record 270 yards rushing against Hillsdale 2 weeks ago, over 500 yards, and with the departure of Al McKellar, Clinton now is the undisputed star of the show for head coach Chris Keevers.
Yeah, he's going to get, 20 to 30 touches today, and as he goes, so goes the team.
A quick check of the injury report for the University of Indianapolis is presented by Community Health Network, the official sports medicine provider of the UIndy Greyhounds. And it's fitting that we don't have the name on there because it's Agent Zero that is the injured player that UIndy would miss today. Torrey Ponder, a transfer from Tusculum, unfortunately knee injury, one of the leading receivers for the Greyhounds already on the season. We won't see him in today's game.
Yeah, a very unfortunate injury occurred last week in the game. And he's you mentioned he's a transfer, and it looked like as the game progressed last week, you could start to see the relationship develop between he and Bryce Stankham. So now, Bryce Stankham's going to be looking for another guy to start, feeding that ball to on the outside. Injuries
this spring at the wide receiver position have had a cascading effect, unfortunately, into the fall for the University of Indianapolis. Time now for the keys of the game. They are presented by the Free Enterprise System. And again, it is abnormal for the Hounds to lose one at home. First time in nearly 4 years. Today's a bounce-back game.
It's absolutely a bounce-back game. And, talk pride, you're playing at home. All these different things we talked in the open in the pregame about both teams, looking for playoff opportunities. You got to bounce back. You're without Torrey Ponder. Who's going to make plays on the outside? Toriano Clinton's going to get touches. He's going to play inside. Who's going to make plays on the outside? And then, field position is going to be a big part of this game. Paul Boozman is a great punter. He's got a great leg kicking. He missed 2 field goals last week. That was huge. Special teams are going to play a big part.
And frankly, that was also atypical for Paul. That has not been the norm since he set foot on campus. Yeah, we thank you for joining us on this Saturday afternoon. Greg Rakestraw, Dave Burton with you. Our second of 5 University of Indianapolis football broadcast this fall here on the ISC Sports Network. And the Greyhounds begin GLVC play next week. Next time we are back here will be on October the 9th. Greyhounds in the 8-year history of the Great Lakes Valley Conference in football. This is year number 9. They have won the conference championship in 6 of the first 8 seasons.
And are picked to win again this year. So, this is something that they're trying to work through with the injuries and figure it out.
Next week, UIndy has to Southwest Baptist, then back-to-back home games against McKendree and Lindenwood. And again, it was Lindenwood the last full GLVC season that qualified for the playoffs, won the GLVC championship. UIndy made it in that year as a runner-up. in the shortened spring season. UIndy won the conference championship game against the Bulldogs of Truesman. Boozman on to kick the ball away for the Greyhounds. Two return men standing deep for Ohio Dominican, both at about the 5-yard line. Thanks for joining us for University of Indianapolis Greyhound football. Low line drive kick fielded at about the 5-yard line. Solid return here by Ohio Dominican. Flag is going to be thrown. It'll still be good starting field position, not spectacular starting field position, because there was a hole that occurred inside of the 40-yard line.
Yeah, it's going to back them up close, in between the 25 and the 30. So
that is Craig Demery, who is our referee for today's game. Chris Keevers there on the foreground of your screen. He has been a part of University of Indianapolis Greyhound football since 1994. Spent 25 years as an assistant coach to Joe Polizzi, and then Bob Bartolomeo in his third season, second full, as the head coach at the University of Indianapolis. So 1st and 10. Quick hitter, that's David Turner on the grab. And Turner, forward progress out to the 33-yard line, a gain of 5. It'll be 2nd down and 5.
yeah, just ran a little quick combination route there where they're trying to flood the field flat, and nice throw on the arrow route.
So 2nd down and 5. Little bit of a lurch there going both directions. Officials keep the flags tucked in the pocket, and on the handoff, that's a big gain for Ohio Dominican. That is Travis Whitaker. He and Fred Pitts, the 5th, really kind of split the carries for Ohio Dominican. That'll be a gain on the play of some 16 yards, and Ohio Dominican 1st down.
Yeah, that was a run right up the middle. You don't normally see teams have a lot of success running right at the interior of the UIndy defensive line.
Already Dominican has crossed the 50-yard line. Again, they will hand off, and this time the Hounds were a bit more prepared for it. The gain is limited to 1, and the Greyhounds' leading tackler from Evansville Central, Kiave Guerriere, there to make the play.
Yeah, nice job filling from the middle linebacker spot there by Kiave Guerriere. Also Alec Patch, nice job of shedding the offensive lineman and turning the ball back inside to Kiave.
So 2nd down and 9 at the 45-yard line. Evan Ernst, the starting quarterback for Ohio Dominican. And that ball is knocked away. Did not put much on that one. David Turner was the intended target on the play. Dominican's leading receiver on the season. All knocked down by Trayvon Hall for UIndy. It'll be 3rd and 9.
Yeah, little mesh concept there, running crossing routes, and you saw Benjamin Honeyus there jumps on the crosser as he comes across and is able to knock that ball away.
The 3 linebackers, the 3 leading tacklers so far this year for UIndy. Hounds hinting at a blitz. They end up bringing 5. Ernst throws, catch made, yardage is given up. Now where will they mark him? And he gave up the 1st down. The receiver had the 1st down, but then in retreat mode was James Morgan, and because of that, it sets up 4th down and 1.
Yeah, Morgan, is thinking, I'm going to make this catch, and then I'm going to see if I can, how much more I can get. What he's got to do in this situation, 3rd and 6, hey, catch that ball and get forward, get what you can get, and not go backwards.
So 4th down and 1 coming up here for Ohio Dominican. Again, it's that go for it territory. Ball spotted at the 42-yard line. Quarterback sneak potentially coming up here. Ernst will push forward. I think he's got it. Given the fact that both of the side judges are coming in on the plus side of the 36-yard line, I think he's got it. Like, it just has to get the nose of the football past the 36, and where they are marking it, move the chains. 1-yard pickup, 1st down.
Yeah, great surge there by the offensive line. You see number 30 there, Gavin Bain, trying to pinch from the outside and prevent that surge by the quarterback.
So this Ohio Dominican drive will continue. Already taken nearly 3 minutes off the clock to start today's game. 7 in the box for the Greyhounds. Again, Whitaker gets the handoff, and again, Mr. Guerriere says hello. A loss of 2 on the play. Chiave entered this game with 22 tackles on the season. That's his 3rd for a loss.
Yeah, it's a great read by Chiave. And again, when you see a linebacker burst into the backfield like that, you know that the defensive linemen in front of them have done a good job of occupying those offensive linemen.
So 2nd down and 12 coming up here for Ohio Dominican. And Whitaker on the season. 187 yards rushing entering today's game. Ernst looks to throw. Just waiting for something to develop, and a dangerous throw. To say Guerriere had blanket coverage being an understatement. And luckily for Ernst, he threw that one high because the UIndy player had a much better chance of catching that one.
Well, he absolutely threw that in a spot where his guy might be able to catch it, but he wasn't going to let anybody else have an attempt at it. Great job of coverage out of the backfield there on the 2nd and long play. Both Guerriere and Gavin Bain to the field were ready for that pass.
3rd down and a dozen coming up here for ODU. They have really not been behind the chains in the entirety of this drive. Ernst again looking to buy some time. Throws in the flat, has a man. Flag is thrown. This is a touchdown. However, let's see what that flag is about, and I wonder if one of the linemen got downfield early. So I think you can wipe the 6 off the board for Ohio Dominican.
Who threw the flag? The head linesman threw the flag here on UIndy's sideline, and that's his job. He's looking down the line of scrimmage.
Well, credit Ernst for making something happen. But again, as a lineman, you're not turning around and seeing where your quarterback is. At some point, you're simply getting down the field. And unfortunately for the visitors, what was a 3rd down and 12 touchdown play gets wiped off the board.
Yeah, these are types of things that happen throughout the game where this is an opportunity for momentum to swing. Let's see if UIndy can take advantage.
So first penalty during the plays from the line of scrimmage. There was the hold on the opening kickoff, so 2nd flag in the first 4 minutes against Ohio Dominican. 3rd down and a while. Hounds bring 4. Ernst again steps up, just looking, will tuck it and run. He will get forward progress, however, the ball is dislodged. Did the Hounds pick it up? They seem to think they've got it, and forget seeming they do. Gavin Bain comes out of there with it. This has been a big play defense, Coach. 8th turnover forced in 3 games in 1 drive.
And it is, we didn't talk about defense being a key to the game because this is what you expect out of this defense. Those 3 linebackers are fantastic. The secondary is really, really good. That was a great job by Bain. He was spying the quarterback, waiting for him to come out, on the scramble, and he's just right there, makes a big hit, pops the ball loose.
That was Dylan Shelton that dislodged the football for UIndy. Here is Bryce Stankham, the 7th-year quarterback here at the University of Indianapolis. Contrary to popular belief, we did not go to college with Bryce. He's almost been here that long. We were another millennium ago. But Bryce completes the pass, and this spring and this fall, as Frank Bentley on your screen made the catch, the story of Stankham, who waited and waited and waited, has been great to see that patience rewarded.
Absolutely. We talked last week about he's on his working on his 2nd master's degree right now. And, he's been with Coach Wilson now for 5 years. He knows exactly what Coach Wilson expects, and he's going to go out there and run the game plan darn near flawlessly.
Jeremiah Lee with his 3rd grab of the season there for UIndy. Again, the Hounds are very young at wide receiver. They had 3 fifth-year seniors that played in the spring that are not playing in the fall. 2 because of injury, 1 elected just to wrap up his college days. Toriano Clinton on the carry, and again, Clinton is the focus of everybody in the building on the opposite sideline. because of what he has done through his UIndy career and knowing that he's sitting on 500 yards rushing on the season coming in. He gets credit for 2 yards here, 3rd down and 6.
Yeah, just trying to run a little inside zone, but, as you alluded to, Ohio Dominican expects him to get touches. We're going to see their safeties play very aggressively, I believe.
Quick hitter, John Eineman, going to be very close. Either he has it by a nose or he is an inch shy. Given as to where they are standing, that should be a 1st down. He's got it. Chain gang can stay put. Needed 6, got 6 for the former Mooresville Pioneer. 1st down, UIndy.
Yeah, it's a really nice job. Bryce Stankham just takes the quick hitch back to the boundary side of the field. I mean, he catches the snap and throws it right now. Perfect timing. Catch, turn, just turn to the outside, and it's a 6-yard gain.
We're having some trouble getting the chain set, and the ball now was respotted. So that's the reason for the delay. The original spot was a little further back from where the ball was actually supposed to be marked. Now they've got it fixed. 1st down, Greyhounds. Empty set in the backfield for Stankham. Quick hitter, catch made, big play happening. Knocked down at about the 15-yard line. That is Jaquan Buchanan. We saw him a little bit this spring, redshirt freshman running back.
Well, and so in this empty package, he's playing the inside slot here, and he's just he's trying to split those linebackers. Out of the empty, Ohio Dominican emptied their linebacker. They had 4 defensive linemen, that was it. He just replaces where the Mike linebacker would have been. Nice throw and catch.
This drive started after a fumble recovery by the Greyhounds. Handoff goes to Clinton. Clinton just follows the wall as the left side walled off the right side, and Clinton on the plunge picks up a gain of, call it 4.
Yeah, really nice job there by left tackle Tarnjeet Singh and left guard Kedna Alexis, really moving that whole defensive line, and Clinton's just patient and runs it right up the middle for 4.5 yards.
Tarnjeet is someone that seems like he has been here forever as well, but he has another year after this one. The former Whiteland Warrior is a redshirt junior. Well, 2nd down for the Hounds. Lee the motion man. Lee gets the handoff. And Lee does not get much yardage, and the reason why is that John Eineman quickly realized if he made contact, that play's even worse. Would have been a block in the back. Well defended by Ohio Dominican, 3rd down.
Yeah, so it's a little jet sweep action, and Eineman's job is to block that strong safety Sam Backer nickel. They call him the star, is what Ohio Dominican calls him, and he turns himself inside, so Eineman only is looking at his back. He's just got to let him go and hope that Jeremiah Lee can make something happen on his own.
Hounds in field goal range, but they are hoping for 6, 3rd down. Rolling pocket for Stankham. Fires in the end zone and just throws that one away. Decides, all right, we should have 3 in this scenario. Let's take it. Here comes Boozman on for the field goal try of what should be about a 30-yard effort.
The 2 that he missed last week were from the right hash. Here we see over here where on the left hash, most right-footed kickers prefer to be on the left. Opens up a little bigger angle for them to knock the ball through the uprights.
Jacob LeFew is the holder for the Greyhounds. Kick is up, and this one is dead solid perfect. Halfway through this opening quarter, Greyhounds jump in front 3-0. We're back after this as you're watching University of Indianapolis Greyhound football on the ISC Sports Network.
Meet Zach. Day and night, rain or shine, even just out for a spin, Zach gets around. But we know Zach, and at Indiana Members Credit Union, we know he's been saving up to trade up. IMCU is here to help Zach and you drive your dream. Now get financing as low as 1.99% APR on a new or used vehicle. Today, it's all about Zach. Tomorrow, it's all about you. Because at IMCU, it's you that matters.
At Aqua Systems, we believe in one simple idea, that it should be easy to get great water. That's why we provide a hassle-free sales process with money-back guarantees and the best warranties anywhere, all on equipment made in the USA. In fact, at Aqua Systems, we make it so easy to fix your home's water that 9 out of 10 people who shop with us buy from us. Contact Aqua Systems today. You'll love your water.
Back at Key Stadium, Greg Rakestraw, Dave Burton, thanks to our wonderful ISC Sports Network crew. Kickoff coming here for the Hounds. And this one should reach the end zone, and that'll be treated as a touchback. We did not show you the starting lineups for these two teams. Let's do that now. Our starting lineups are presented by the Ray Skillman Automotive Group. Evan Ernst is the starting quarterback for Ohio Dominican. Ernst, 6 touchdowns, 1 interception this season. This is his 30th game playing at Ohio Dominican as the quarterback. Completion percentage about 65% on the year and just shy of 800 yards passing for the team that represented the GMAC and the America's Crossroads Bowl nearly 2 years ago. Opening drive saw Travis Whitaker carry the ball 3 times for 21 yards. Ernst had a couple of carries for 5 and again had that fumble as well. We'll show you the Greyhound defense on the next play. On the counter play, it's Pitts. UIndy was sitting on it. Credit to Pitts for running through contact. Eventually, he is taken down by Landry Mavungu after a gain of a yard. Starting lineups for the University of Indianapolis, as we have referenced, Kiave Guerriere, leading tackler on the season with 22 coming in. How about defensive end Kyle Borski? 11 tackles, 5.5 for loss, and 5 sacks in the first 3 games.
Yeah, he was a beast last week. He just does a great job, gets great push. You'll see him there on the top of your screen. He just gets a great push, especially in passing downs.
3 wide receiver set this time for Dominican. Ernst trying to buy time. Now will simply scramble and run with it in. A flag is going to be thrown, but that was a very awkward slide that Ernst tried to pull off. But again, he will get the benefit of the doubt. This will be 15 yards against UIndy. Let's take a look.
It's a great job, great close. I think what they're going to call is
correct.
bang.
You're right. Yep,
to
you
the
are
head.
correct. That is correct. And now the question is that a targeting call? And does that cost one of your best defenders the rest of this game? So again, we are on the same side as the cameras, so we did not see the hit that Bain delivered until the replay. Great job by our camera crews to catch it. Let's see what Craig Demery has to say. And that's Gavin Bain just got tossed. So Gavin Bain's day is done. They have an experienced player behind him in Clay Schulte, but again, that is a steep penalty. I understand the reasoning behind it, but Bain's day is done. You've already seen the impact he made in the opening drive. Now Schulte comes in to replace him. First down, Ohio Dominican.
Yeah, it's just something that, boy, it's just really hard. You're trying to make a play, but every time that you go helmet to helmet with a player, they're going to call it a penalty every time.
Lauren Strickland lowers the boom on David Turner. Turner does complete the catch. It's a gain of 5. It's second down and 5.
Well, and you saw right there, Ohio Dominican goes right to the side of the field where Clay Schulte came in.
Again, Schulte got a lot of playing time this spring. Of course, his father, a former assistant football coach at the University of Indianapolis, and played his college football at Hillsdale. On the handoff, it's Pitts, tries to come back on the counter, picks up 3 yards on the play, and the play found Schulte quickly as he makes the tackle, third down.
Yeah, great job, sitting inside there. They run that's a little draw play with the tackle pull. So the running back starts to the right and then comes back to the left, and they pulled that right tackle to lead him up. The tackle block, Benjamin Honeyus, nice job folding back inside by Schulte for the tackle.
So third down and 2. Simply cross the opposite 49-yard line of where the ball is placed now. 6 in the box for UIndy. Ernst looking to throw to get the first down. Maybe think he's got a 3-play, throws for the home run ball, but if Turner is able to make that grab in stride, that's a touchdown. They'll have to simply settle for a gain of 27 yards and an Ohio Dominican first down.
Well, they ran a double move there, cleared the wide receiver, and then that left number 3, David Turner, one-on-one with Clay Schulte, and he's able to get behind him and make the big catch.
Already the third catch for Turner, senior. Once again, inside the 25-yard line now for Ohio Dominican. This is about where their last drive stalled after the turnover. Handoff goes to Pitts, and Pitts is dropped again by Schulte. And there was a major league hold on that play, because the last Ohio Dominican player to get off the pile was propelling himself up off the UIndy player he tackled right over top of the center.
Schulte made a great read on that. They're running counter play back to the short side of the field, and he's already tightened his alignment.
And it'll be deemed not a hold but a chop block, as it went low on somebody who was already engaged, and that is an additional 5 yards that then will come off the play, and you will see a great look. And again, our camera crew doing a phenomenal job. You had the elevated view of what the umpire saw. That's 15 yards against Ohio Dominican.
And lost it down. Didn't he say second down?
Should be first down.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought
it's not a post-possession foul. First and 25. So again, penalties playing a part in slowing down a drive once it's on the plus side of the 50-yard line for Ohio Dominican. Hounds bring 4. Ernst waits, and finally the pocket collapses. That would be the definition of a coverage sack right there by UIndy. Alec Patch, part of the play for the Hounds.
Well, you saw Alec Patch there. Also, number 91, Dylan Krogel. UIndy rotates their defensive linemen and keeps them fresh. And so when they get in situations where it's more than likely first and 25 passing down, they just get a great pass rush by those 4, which allows 7 guys to drop into coverage, and you get those coverage sacks.
It is second and a third of the field for Ohio Dominican. Ernst ditches the screen. And again, Pitts was close enough. Well, you're not going to call an intentional grounding on that, even though you certainly understand the genesis, but well covered by UIndy.
No, but that's Kyle Borski.
Yeah.
Kyle Borski starts on his pass rush, feels the tackle, trying to, football coaches use the term hi-hat, and run him upfield, and he sees the other lineman release, and he just trails that lineman that's released and tries to find the screen, the back that's going to be screened to. Great job by Borski.
Borski, sophomore from Naperville, Illinois. What a fertile recruiting ground that has been for UIndy, those west and southern Chicago suburbs. Blitz coming, Ernst got clobbered as he threw it. Safety blitz that you dream about if you're Trayvon Hall.
Well, and Trayvon comes in the nickel package. Defensive lineman goes out, and then they bring Trayvon in as fifth defensive back. Here they bring him as part of the pressure, and he almost gets home, but obviously affected where that ball was going to go.
And now if you're Ohio Dominican, you have pushed the ball past the 35-yard line twice. You have 0 points to show for it.
Those are things that, if you don't get the ship righted, that become very frustrating as both the play caller and then the players on the field.
Alonzo Derrick awaits to return this kick at the 10-yard line. Outstanding punt. This one, will it check up? And the answer is, did they actually say that? I don't think so. I think that's going to be a touchback.
They're going to talk about it first.
Right. Touchback. UIndy will take over at the 20-yard line. Today's game presented in part by Indiana Members Credit Union. Proud to support the University of Indianapolis. It offers a free UIndy debit card with a free checking account and e-statements. Get your UIndy debit card today and show your school spirit. Visit any IMCU branch or sign up online now at imcu.com. Membership savings required. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Well, that's really close.
Yes.
Whether or not his foot was. You got 2 officials down there that are looking right at the line, so we're going to go with their judgment.
Clinton, the lone setback for Stankham. Fakes the handoff, quick hitter McNeilis, and McNeilis is plowed under. He'll lose a yard on the play. That is fantastic defensive work by Desdeman Lake. Strong safety for Ohio Dominican.
That's a quick read on that from his high safety position. really what UIndy's doing there is Stankham is checking the defensive lineman, and if the defensive end is chasing Clinton, he's going to pull it and throw it right now to McNeilis, and that's just the high safety flying downfield or flying downhill to make that tackle.
Lake 15 tackles on the season now for Ohio Dominican. 2nd and a yard. Handoff. This is the backup tailback for UIndy. That is Kellen Porter, a freshman. He'll pick up the yard loss and 3 more, but it sets up 3rd down and 7 for the Greyhounds.
Yeah, they're in the jet motion. We saw them run the jet sweep on the first possession. Now they're running the jet motion and trying to run the power play back underneath it. See if you can get those linebackers running side to side and run the power play underneath.
Porter, a transfer from Missouri State from St. Louis. Also an area where the Greyhounds have carved out a recruiting niche and foothold. 3rd and 7. Ohio Dominican brings 4. Stankham throws and again just kind of put a little too much on that one. Coverage applied by Deshaun Hill for Ohio Dominican. And the Hounds will go 3 and out on drive number 2.
Well, there, as he dropped back, I kind of expected him to throw it over to the Ohio Dominican sideline. Just looking at the rotation of the coverage, UIndy had 3 guys down here to the bottom side of the field of your screen, and Ohio Dominican had 4. 4 on 3 is usually not good odds to throw the football.
Boozman on to boot this ball away, the redshirt junior. First punt of the day for UIndy. Boozman's kick, a solid one. Turner fields 36-yard line and brought down there. Combo tackle by the Greyhounds. Today's game presented in part by Free Enterprise, proud to be the official transportation provider for UIndy Athletics. As you know, teamwork makes the dream work. At Free Enterprise, we'd love to be a part of your team by providing transportation for your group. We could move groups of any size, from event shuttles, youth groups, to campus shuttles, and more. There's no group our team can accommodate. Contact one of our travel consultants at travelfe.com and book with Free Enterprise today. Anything else is just a bus ride.
That was a great tackle by Breon Eddings there. Sheds the blocker that is, chased him all the way down the field and then grabs a hold of the ankle and waits for somebody to come and help him. Great play in the open field.
Cole Veal, the young man from East Central you saw on your screen, that helped clean up the tackle as well alongside Eddings. 1st and 10, 40-yard line. Again, Ohio Dominican has crossed the 50 on both of their drives. Ernst out in the flat. Catch made. Tackle made as well. Diving effort to lean forward. Going to be about a yard shy of the first down. Tackle for UIndy. Made by Michael Brown, the freshman from North Central High School.
Great play by Michael. They ran a little motion outside in and then split the receivers as part of the route. The guy that came inside actually went back to the outside, and Hall chased him out there and made or Michael Johnson made the play. Michael Brown, made the play going back outside.
Handoff goes to Whitaker. Timing of that play was off from the start, and again, he is going to be shy of the first down marker. He got about a foot. He needed a yard. 3rd down and short. Now, where the umpire placed the ball and where the head linesman had put his foot to mark the ball are 2 completely different places. Now, where they have marked the ball, they have given it as a first down. But again, that's not where he got to, and that's not where the original spot was either.
No, that's I'm surprised that Coach Keevers hasn't.
So, first down. Handoff as Whitaker bounces it outside, finds a crease, tripped up after a gain of 7 on what is likely the final play and will be of quarter number 1. Very evenly played game so far. Hounds have a field goal. That's all the scoring to this point. UIndy leads at 3-0. Second quarter action comes your way next here on the ISC Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Query.
And I'm Schultz.
And, of course, we do the incredibly creatively and appropriately named Query and Schultz program every Monday on ISC Sports Network. Derek, it airs at what time?
7:30.
Okay, every Monday at 7:30. We're now on season number 2, and if history tells us anything, catch us now because you never know when they pull the plug on it.
Why would you say that?
because it's happened
That's not going
before?
to happen here. Comcast, Xfinity 81, ISCSportsNetwork.com, ISC Sports Network, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, so many places to watch. Query and Schultz, 7:30 on Monday.
Meet Chip. 30 years ago, he started a small business with a big idea. Today, there's a new building, a new fleet of equipment, and a new era of leadership. But we know Chip, and at Indiana Members Credit Union, we know he plans to keep growing, building business with the next generation. IMCU is here to help with secure and simple account management tools and commercial financing to grow business. Today, it's all about Chip. Tomorrow, it's all about you. Because at IMCU, it's you that matters.
Fans, this reminder, the annual Greyhound Club online auction is about to get started. It's September the 29th through October the 6th. Go to UIndyathletics.com next Wednesday to participate. Ben Honeyes, Kiave Guerriere, and others on your screen. Greg Rakestraw, Dave Burton with you. You're watching University of Indianapolis Greyhound football on the ISC Sports Network. 2nd down and 3 after a 7-yard pickup. Handoff goes to Whitaker. Whitaker, nice jump cut, 1st down and more, keeps the legs churning, and down at the 31-yard line after a pickup of 12 yards.
He is a dynamic back. They're just running an inside zone play, a little zone read. Ernst gives a nice job riding that thing through there, but he sees a crease. That's a great cut right there, and then obviously strong runner ran out of one tackle there from a linebacker.
He is a sophomore, 6 carries for 41 yards so far in the game. Bit more of a jumbo set here for Dominican. They'll fake the run, looking for the big play on the throw, looking for the end zone, got a man, and great adjustment. That's a touchdown. Touchdown grab for Ohio Dominican. That belongs to James Morgan.
Set up by the play before.
Yep, absolutely.
Exact same action in the backfield with the heavy set. You noted the heavy set, and then they just take the one wide out in that condensed set, and he runs a post route, gets behind Michael Brown. Great throw by Ernst. Touchdown for Ohio Dominican.
Morgan's been their big play threat as a receiving target all season long. That is his 3rd touchdown grab. 7th touchdown toss by Ernst. Extra point try coming on for Ohio Dominican, and this one is good. We'll quickly step aside. 14-16 left to go in the first half. Ohio Dominican leading UIndy 7-3. You're watching Greyhound football on the ISC Sports Network.
Racecomen Buick GMC truck was just awarded GMC Dealer of the Year. Come see why and drive away in a new Buick Encore for just $129 a month. Lease a new GMC Terrain for only $229 a month, or get a 3rd row Acadia for as little as $229 a month.
Get your next SUV from the GMC Dealer of the Year, Racecomen Buick GMC truck.
2 great locations, US 31 South
or I-465 and East Washington Street, or racecomencars.com.
Looking for Indy's best barbecue? Swing by City Barbecue. Our barbecue is smoked the way it should be, low and slow over local hickory wood. Our teammates whip up our classic barbecue sides and mouth-watering desserts from scratch every day, too. When you think about it, barbecue's perfect for any occasion. Tonight's family dinner, Friday's office lunch, next weekend's tailgate, or your next fancy event.
Check us out at our 6 Indy area locations and learn more at citybbq.com.
Ohio Dominican has taken the lead for the first time on the touchdown toss from Ernst to Morgan. Wind kind of blowing across the field, not really factoring as these teams are going north and south. Jed Quackenbush, also the outstanding punter for this Ohio Dominican squad. This one will hang up just inside of the 5-yard line. Hounds are bringing it back. Good north to south running on the return that time by Lee. And Lee's tripping about the 26-yard line. First UIndy drive, marched the football with ease. Drive stopped at about the 12-yard line. Last time went 3 and out. Drive number 3 coming up here for the Hounds.
Well, this is a big drive because anytime your opponent scores, your job as the offense, you go back out on the field, is to respond, answer the score.
Toriano Clinton just 2 carries for 6 yards. Credit ODU. They have taken Clinton out of the game so far. More of a limited box this time, so the Hounds try to run Clinton, and minimal gain. He'll pick up 2.
Well, and part of it is just, being patient, They're giving four guys down, one linebacker. Every time UIndy goes to their spread sets, it's going to pop. It's just a matter of taking time, and, being patient and allowing it to develop.
Second and long. Quick hitter, Lee catches, but taken down after a gain of 4. Sets up 3rd down and 4 here for the Hounds.
Yeah, in essence, that's a run play. What they're doing there is just mini fake or mini mesh there with the running back. If the linebacker steps up, pull it out and throw it to that quick hitch right now.
So 3rd down and 4. Hounds are 1 of 3 on 3rd down so far in the game. Handoff goes to Clinton. Clinton going to be about a yard short. Do you roll the dice here if you're UIndy? Boozman heading towards the field. Now the rest of the special teams will follow. Hounds will punt it away and trust their defense at their own 35-yard line.
That's a great job of pursuit from the inside there by inside linebacker number 42, Dawson Dales. You saw the big lineman out there in front. Tarnjeet Singh is looking for anything to his outside. They're running outside zone, and there's nobody for that linebacker, and he just comes through and makes a big tackle.
Boozman, a low hopper of a kick, makes his way back to Turner at the 25-yard line. I don't need to be lecturing how to punt a ball because that's your job as the former punter here. Not exactly how you draw it up, but it worked pretty well for UIndy.
I really think there are times that is by design. He tries to hit line drives that are going to get on the ground and then see what you get. Most guys, you see them, they want the big high spiral, but I've seen Boozman do that enough that I really think that's by design.
Aqua Systems offers water softeners, drinking water systems, water purification, problem water solutions, and bottled water. Visit them online, aquasystems.com. Aqua Systems, your home water experts. 4 wide receiver set here for Ohio Dominican. On the handoff, and UIndy has that one covered. Pitts trying to do his best, but it'll be a loss of 1, maybe 2, as the UIndy front 4 won the battle that time.
Yeah, great push there in the interior. That was number 96, Jacob Jones. And who else is playing inside right now? Is Pat still in?
As you mentioned, they rotate through that
Evan
front
Lance.
4. Second and long. No deep safety here for UIndy. And Ohio Dominican with that read will try to throw the football. Ernst, nowhere to go. You asked about Alec Patch. I found him, and he found Evan Ernst.
Yes, he did. He was playing on the top side there. He rotated from the first 2 series. He was playing inside. Now he's rotated out to the outside, and here he comes off the edge right there. He just beats number 77, and to the quarterback he goes. Great rush there by Alec Patch.
And Borski has been the player that has picked up the majority of the sacks, but we have seen Patch over the years and certainly know what he is capable of. The 5th-year senior out of Perry Meridian.
Well, last week was his first game.
3rd and long for Ohio Dominican. Now the Hounds will drop some safeties. Quick hitter on the screen that does not lead to anything because it's an incomplete pass. Just out of the reach of the intended target for Ohio Dominican. And it's 4th and long.
I don't think Ernst ever got a grip on that ball. Most passes he throws are really tight spirals. That one's kind of wobbly. Obviously, he's trying to get it out quick. That's the whole point of the play, but I don't think he ever really got a grip on it.
Well, again, UIndy elected not to go for it on 4th and 1, and the defense rewards said decision. Here's Quackenbush. And again, he has a potential playing football after his Division II days. He's that good as a kicker and punter at Ohio Dominican. And I think, did they get a timeout called? They did. Ohio Dominican called for a timeout. The up back, whose job is to look at the play clock and said, hey, we're going to get this off in time. Signaled for a timeout.
So here's what I don't get. Like, why, when you're punting inside your own 20-yard line, now if you're going to condense down and make sure that you are very secure in your punt, but the motioning and things like that, the window dressing on this punt, to me, don't make any sense. Get yourself out there, get set, and punt the ball.
Today's game presented in part by Prairie Farms. What makes Prairie Farms milk and dairy products so tasty? It's very simple. Quality comes first, using milk sourced directly from Indiana farms. You can be sure that every time you purchase Prairie Farms products, you are helping local farm families. Dedicated farmers, happy cows, real milk. That's been the Prairie Farms way for over 80 years. Prairie Farms is Indiana's farmer-owned dairy. UIndy loading up maybe to try to get a potential block going here. Well protected. High spiraling kick is going to be a fair catch made by the Hounds at the 33-yard line. Alonzo Derrick on the punt return. We spoke on this. Now we got some time to elaborate on it. Aaron Matteo got hurt in the final spring game. Was going to come back for basically a 6th year. Said, nope, I'm done. Davion Bell got hurt. He is going to come back for another year. He is on the sidelines now. Elected to redshirt because, again, he too has professional football aspirations after this. And Ryan Topper said, you know what? After 5 years, I think I've had enough. If I can't play with my two buddies next year, I'm going to move on as well. All of a sudden, a lot of experience at wide receiver walked out the door for the Greyhounds.
Yeah, and now with Bryce Stancomb, yes, he played in the spring, and now he's, it's his first full season as a starter. He's trying to develop a relationship with a new set of guys, and it's just taking a little bit of time.
Kellen Porter with the run. He picks up 4. A transfer from Missouri State. Porter coming into the game, 17 carries for 76 yards. Even though he is a transfer, eligibility-wise, he is a freshman for UIndy. After going double tight, now the Hounds will go 4 wide. Fake the handoff on the slant. Catch made. That is Alonzo Derrick, and that is good for a Greyhound first down.
Alonzo Derrick, he was another guy that as the game progressed last week, I felt like, there was more trust being developed there between he and Bryce Stancomb. Just a flash fake, trying to hold that inside linebacker right where he is so he doesn't try and run out underneath that quick slant.
Derrick, 9 catches, 2 touchdowns coming in for the freshman from Fort Wayne, Snyder. Snyder is well represented in this game. Handoff goes to Clinton, and Clinton gets 4, maybe 5. Again, it speaks to how good this Ohio Dominican defense is. They have bottled up Clinton at this point of the contest.
Yeah, but conversely, what I'm seeing there is, Kellen Porter comes in, gets a carry. They, on 2nd and 6, throw for a first down. As they become a little bit more diverse, more running lanes are going to open for Toriano Clinton.
So 2nd down and 5. It's Clinton again. Clinton cuts back. Going to be awfully close to a first down. Looks like he's going to be tackled a yard shy of it. And a young man you have called his name already, Dawson Dales, makes the play to prevent the first down.
Yeah, he is an aggressive safety. At some point, we've seen the little flash fake for a quick slant throw. Let's see if we don't get to a longer fake and see if we can draw him downfield and throw over his head.
Dales is the leading tackler on the season for Ohio Dominican, 31 coming in. 3rd and a yard. Line him up, smash mouth. Clinton has the first down again. Credit Ohio Dominican, they bottle him up. Only needed to get a yard. He got 2. Move the chains. First down, UIndy.
And Toriano Clinton at listed 5'9", 194. Not a small back, but there are a couple times there you see the size and strength of that Ohio Dominican linebacking core. As they grab a hold of him, he's not going anywhere.
Of course, these schools were briefly in the same conference for football. The GLIAC, Ohio Dominican, in the last 10, 15 years, making the jump from NAIA to play Division II. It's still a relatively new sport, football at Ohio Dominican. But they quickly got good at it, regardless of the level. Fake, looking for the home run pass. Stankham throws the deep out, and Heineman elevates to go get it. Those basketball hops from his days of playing high school hoops helps him go and get that. First down, Greyhounds at the 27-yard line, a pickup of 16.
That's a great effort by John Heineman. And so they motion, Clinton out. Does anybody run with him? Okay, and if nobody does, now you drop back and allow the coverage, the zone coverage. So nobody running with him tells you've got zone coverage, right? Where's the hole in the zone? Einman found it. Stankham found him.
Handoff. Solid gain here. Just tripped up before getting a first down. That is a gain of 8 for Kellen Porter, and now the offense picking up rhythm here for UIndy.
Yeah, it's the give and take. It's keeping things balanced. Now you got 2nd and 2, and you got Ohio Dominican on the ropes. The whole playbook's open here. Let's see if Coach Wilson, if he elects to just bang it for the first down, or if he's got something up his sleeve where he's going to take a shot at the end zone.
Second red zone trip and 4 drives here for UIndy. And just 3 points to show for it so far. No motion Lee across the formation. Handoff goes to Clinton. Clinton, as he dives, I think he's going to be just shy of the first down marker. So call it 3rd down and inches. Michael Powers, who got the start today at linebacker, in to make the tackle and on your screen for Ohio Dominican.
Yeah, so Coach uses the jet motion across with Jeremiah Lee, and then it's kind of window dressing. The inside zone is one of the basic plays, and now they're going to use the window dressing with the motion.
Going to say free down here to go for the end zone. You simply pick up the first down. Play clock is at 10 as we pass the 6-minute mark. Left to go before halftime. Hounds will simply hand it off, and Clinton, again, didn't get much. Got enough. 2-yard pickup, first down, UIndy.
Got enough, and that, just like the run with Kellen Porter, we talked about him getting tripped up on the first down play. That's one shoelace away from Toriano Clinton right there. If he doesn't get held up just that little pause, he's going to burst through that and might be, well into the secondary.
Nose of the football just past the 16-yard line. Fake to Clinton. Stankham throws, has his man. Alonzo Derrick finds the gray turf. Touchdown, UIndy. First of the day and 3rd for Derrick on the season.
That was, okay, so inside zone's been successful. Flash fake on inside zone. The high safety is going to go be a run player. He comes downhill. Some people call that the route that Derrick ran a bang 8. He's taken 5 steps vertical. He plants his outside foot, and he's running a post route. Great throw there by Stankham. Great route by Alonzo Derrick.
He missed it. Boozman pushed it wide right. Again, we had the great view from the all-22 camera angle, and he missed a couple of field goals last week, and this is one of the more veteran pieces you have on this football team.
Well, in both kicks he missed last week, he missed to the right. So a lot of times that has to do with the plant foot. Plant foot's a little too close, whatever, but that's something that he's got to get figured out.
Today's game presented by The Gordon Flesch. Business technology managed. Please visit us at gflesch.com. GFLESCH.com has more, and given kind of the nature of how this game is playing out, that extra point could be critical for UIndy.
Yeah, I thought keys to the game, special teams. I thought definitely key to the game, but I thought it was because it was going to be an advantage to UIndy. So that's something that's got to get flipped in the Greyhound favor here as the game progresses.
And let's face it, we have been so spoiled as to how good this program has become over the last 10 years. And part of a corollary has been they have been really good in the kicking game. Scotty Miller, many others over the course of the last decade. Boozman on to knock this one and takes out a little frustration on this one, finds the end zone. Dominican's going to try to bring this one back. And it will be returned by Turner to the 31-yard line. We referenced when there was a play made by Alonzo Derrick in terms of Fort Wayne Snyder being well represented. Well, David Turner is also from Fort Wayne Snyder High School. Both those guys played for Kurt Tiffin, who does a wonderful job with that historically great program up in Fort Wayne.
Year in, year out.
Yep.
And not just good football players, but obviously, kids that go and represent Fort Wayne Snyder well at their respective colleges.
Kurt Tippmann studied under the tutelage of Bill Mallory during his college days, so certainly learned on that example too. Ernst bobbles it, picks it up, but deemed to have picked it up after he had gotten back up off the turf, and with that, he finds Turner and makes some chicken salad on that one, a pickup of 19 yards.
That is that's the type of play that you're going to get out of a player of his caliber.
It's close.
That left knee being down.
It's close, yeah.
I'm surprised that the referee didn't blow that one dead. Great effort on his part.
Handoff goes to Whitaker, and Whitaker tripped up. It's Guerriere again. Loss of 1 on the play.
Yeah, the UIndy linebackers are so fast, and they read and react so well to what they see in front of them. But, boy, that defensive line just makes it really, really hard for offensive linemen to get off their blocks and try and get the linebackers covered up.
In time, could be a factor here. Approach the 4-minute mark. Again, it's Whitaker, and Guerriere will be in his inner thoughts at the end of the evening because he meets him again, a loss of 3. And like we said earlier, the 3 starting linebackers, the 3 leading tacklers for UIndy, which means the front 4 have done their job to give those guys the opportunity to make the play.
Absolutely, but what you saw there, Guerriere is, as the will linebacker, his eyes are in the backfield. He knows what his gap fit is. And as soon as he sees that mesh between quarterback and running back, he is running downhill and just goes and meets it right at the line of scrimmage.
Hounds hinting at a blitz. Ernst throws, finds his man. That's good for a first down. What a pickup on 3rd and 13 for Ohio Dominican. Austin Davis makes the grab.
Yeah, Davis, he gets inside of Lauren Strickland. Lauren Strickland comes down a little bit from his boundary safety position, and he just works himself inside of that. Good throw by Ernst.
Davis, 10 catches and a touchdown entering today's game. So after being behind the chains, once again Dominican has crossed the 50-yard line at the UIndy 37. Fake the handoff, looking for the deep ball, has man-on-man coverage, and Kearns knocks it away. Cassius Kearns, a freshman again, who got some serious playing time during the course of the spring. So he's not really a freshman, but again, technically listed as one. Timed that hit up perfectly.
Yes, he did. He did a really nice job of once the receiver got past him, he got in that chase position and then used his eyes to play through the receiver's hands and knock that ball away without making contact too soon.
So 2nd and 10. Ty Wiley was the intended target on that play. Again, Hounds bring blitz. Quick hitter. Catch made. That's Davis again. Forward progress might get him the first down.
I think he's going to be just a little shy. Good job of getting the ball out of his hand by Ernst. UIndy brings both Honeyus and Guerriere. He reads the blitz and gets the ball out of his hand fast.
And Ernst, a 5th-year senior, and has won a lot of football games over in Columbus. So 3rd and less than a yard here for Ohio Dominican. And again, clock is starting to become a factor. Less than 2.5 to play. And as you see on your screen, ODU has burned one of their 3 timeouts already. Hounds get the football to start the 3rd quarter. Ernst on the handoff. I don't think he got it. No, he lost yardage. That's Whitaker. And he is steered backward. And now it is 4th and almost 2 at the 29-yard line.
Well, there UIndy brought Strickland off the field edge. And they said, you know what? That's a big gamble. If they're playing, like you referenced earlier, 2 plays to get 1 yard and they go play action post there, UIndy's in trouble.
Quackenbush is 4 of 5 on field goals this season. Clearly it looks like Ohio Dominican is going to let this go all the way down and take a timeout. His long is 44. This would be 46. And again, there is a crosswind they are dealing with. So Ohio Dominican will take their 2nd of 3 timeouts. We'll keep it right here with less than a minute to go, or less than 2 minutes to go, I should say, before halftime. Thanks to our great crew, Jake Morris, Kevin Pierce, Greg Mash, Sam Wan, Eric Connect, and the rest of our ISC Sports Network crew as we are producing a pair of small college football games inside of 465 simultaneously. Marion playing Missouri Baptist as we speak. Both those games available on iscsportsnetwork.com. Quackenbush is out for the field goal try. Davis is the holder. So again, his long of the season is 44. You'll get a fantastic look at it right here from the opposite end zone. Snap back, kick up, and this one is no good. So another opportunity missed by Ohio Dominican. That is the third time they have had the ball inside the 30 at some point on a drive without getting points from it.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously, look, he's got plenty of leg. This hits a net. It's good from 50.
Right, yeah. His punting average, we haven't talked about this, he was averaging 54 yards a punt with a long of 69 coming into this game. How aggressive do you get if you're UIndy here, knowing you have the ball to start the third quarter?
I think it depends on this play. You get over 10 on this play, and then you go into hurry-up mode. And I would expect a run here.
And again, let's also point out, because of what you see on the screen, ODU can stop it one time.
Right, and so, you know, you've got 3 timeouts. You've got a minute 25 when the drive started. You get a 10 to 15-yard play. You're getting close to midfield. Now you go. Let's go get 3 points. Here I expect a run. Oh, we're going to throw it.
Stankham looks and throws us out of bounds, and so now, if you don't get a first down, Ohio Dominican can stop the clock.
Yeah, I don't know if they expected a different look there, and so the thought was, hey, we're going to come back and we're going to throw this. It's going to be an easy pitch and catch. We'll pick up a first down. See what we get.
Stankham 10 of 15, 86 yards. 1 touchdown toss so far. Out in the flat, Lee makes the catch, runs around a defender, but he will get out of bounds, which spares Ohio Dominican the timeout. And now the Hounds will punt the football away from their own 37-yard line, and that's not how that was supposed to transpire from the UIndy perspective.
No, and I really like the first down call. The first down, but the ball gets dropped.
True.
So, you know, let's go back. Drop pass, second down, throwaway. Man, it would have been nice to run that play on second down.
So Boozman is on for the punt. Dominican brings pressure. Outstanding kick. Turner fields at the 23-yard line. Once again, Cole Veal, part of the group that helped slow him down at the 31-yard line. But Ohio Dominican, 53 seconds and a timeout in their pocket. The half is far from over. Also, Jalen Wilson down to make the play. The freshman from Brownsburg in on the special teams tackle.
Cole Veal, we played against
Absolutely.
last fall. Fantastic high school linebacker. And obviously doing some good things here to be spending time on the special teams as a freshman.
The we that David refers to is Ron Colley. David serves as the offense coordinator for the Royals. Almost said Rebels. Royals. Muscle memory after 30 years. Ernst throws out in the flat. That's incomplete. Great coverage applied by Brown. And again, Brown, the freshman from North Central. Brown was injured his senior year, basically lost the season about week 2 or week 3. That had an impact on Kevin O'Shea's team. It also might have scared some other teams away from recruiting him. He is an absolute steal at this level for UIndy.
I agree. He does a nice job. And, you know, again, we're talking true freshmen that are coming in and playing 12 months from being high school players.
Second down. Again, here comes the blitz. Ernst in the flat, catch made. Strickland makes a tackle to the receiver's credit in Davis. He gets out of bounds. Clock stops with 43 seconds left to go before halftime but it's already 3rd down and 4. Now if UIndy gets a stop here, now they're thinking about a timeout, trying to give their offense one more crack at it.
Possibly. I'm not sure after that last series that Coach Keevers wouldn't elect to knee the ball and go to the locker
Knowing
room.
you get it to start the 3rd quarter.
Exactly.
Linebackers have been active in terms of getting after the quarterback today for UIndy. This time they'll bring 4. Ernst going to step up. Now going to try to run with it, and the Key Stadium turf, the MVP on that play. As it reaches up and grabbing him. And you were talking about how UIndy might let this one roll. Ohio Dominican appears content to do the same. And now here comes, again, there's no need, if there's not going to be a timeout, our business is done for the half, and both teams seem content to let this one get to the break. Well, this one playing out to some degree as we thought it would. Somewhat low scoring, but most importantly, very competitive. 2 great programs in 2 very good Division II football leagues playing to a 9-7 game at halftime. UIndy a field goal, a touchdown, and a missed extra point. Ohio Dominican 1 touchdown toss accounts for our scoring so far. Greyhounds lead at 9-7. We'll take this quick timeout, come back, begin the halftime show as you're watching University of Indianapolis Greyhound football here on the ISC Sports Network.
But calling in time. Oh, no! It's good.
This one is caught.
There you
go.
go.
Wow, Dawson makes a great catch.
Spin, win, 3, bury it for Leland Walker.
Tie the game they do with the dunk by Malik Edmonds. What a play.
Oh, my goodness.
I feel a little momentum starting to fall Ellen's way.
That is
Wrestler! Wrestler!
Whoa!
Listen, do you hear that? I get here early so I can enjoy some peace and tranquility, but not anymore. Before very long, there'll be a bunch of families here, and there'll be a bunch of rugrats running around, ruining what used to be a wonderful, quiet place. But oh no, the Hound Pound Nation will be here. They'll be raising havoc. This place will be bedlam before very long. I wanted to enjoy myself and have a great, peaceful moment before this game starts. But you know what? It's really worth it. Go Hounds!
Racecom and Buick GMC truck was just awarded GMC Dealer of the Year. Come see why and drive away in a new GMC Acadia for as little as $229 a month. US 31 South
or I-465 and East Washington Street or RaySkillmanCars.com.
Your life is on the go. Now your viewing habits can be on the go. With the ISC Sports Network app, your team is at your fingertips. You can download years' worth of content from the ISC Sports Network library. High school, college, special events, weekly and monthly shows, wherever you find your favorite app. And you can always find out more information at iscsportsnetwork.com.
Welcome back to Key Stadium. Again, it is an absolutely splendid Saturday afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us. Again, for those of you watching from the Ohio Dominican perspective or elsewhere on Division II football, it is rare that we play a day game this early in the season. Over the last 15 years, part of what has made UIndy football special, every game has been a night game. You'll see crowds of 5,000, 6,000, if not more on certain times. We're a little restricted in terms of what we can have from a crowd standpoint due to COVID-19, but still far better than, say, we saw during the course of the spring. Well, this is Parents Weekend at the University of Indianapolis, hence the earlier start today, and we have been given a kiss from Mother Nature in terms of the weather that we have. We knew we'd have a competitive football game regardless when this game kicked off. Clearly that has been the case. Both teams some things to be happy about. Both teams some things to say, okay, we need to be able to do this better. Coach, overall, your thoughts on 9-7 here at the halftime break?
Well, obviously both teams have had a couple of good drives because they, two touchdown drives or one touchdown drive apiece. UIndy got the one field goal. What you're looking for now is can we get into a consistent rhythm? And UIndy's drive before the last minute and a half of the half, boy, they did a really nice job of mixing up run and pass, kept Ohio Dominican off balance, really good on first down. Ohio Dominican has been really good on first down until they get to the 30-yard line.
Right.
Their one time that they scored a touchdown, in my opinion, the thing that they did, and they tried it on their second, or the very next attempt, they went deep. They got into that 30-yard line, and they took a shot at the end zone. First time it was successful. The second time, great pass breakup by Cassius Kerr. But, overall, they're going to go in at halftime and say, okay, what worked, what didn't work. Let's focus on what did.
If you look at the numbers, and we'll show those to you once our halftime highlights are done rolling, the numbers are very similar in terms of neither team ran the ball exceedingly well. Both teams threw the ball, and again, the fact that you've got 12 combined years of college for the two quarterbacks in today's game leads you to say that is the case. Again, the difference is there's probably more of a feeling of missed opportunities for Ohio Dominican because, again, Coach, as you said, they have scored one touchdown. They have crossed the 30-yard line 4 times. A fumble, a drive that stalled out due to a penalty, a missed field goal. They're probably the one that has a feeling they left more points on the board than, say, UIndy did in half number 1.
I completely agree with you. And to kind of talk a week ago, UIndy had 3 drives where they started across the 50-yard line and didn't get points.
Yeah.
And so I think they would commiserate with Ohio Dominican right now. The question, if you're like I am from an Indianapolis standpoint, do you take advantage of it here in the second half, the fact that they haven't been able to finish those drives?
Let's go over some of the individual numbers. Toriano Clinton, 9 carries for 25 yards. Again, he had 270 yards against a conference foe for Ohio Dominican. This is the 3rd straight week the UIndy has played a team from the GMAC. He put up 270 on Hillsdale. Ohio Dominican has held him 25 yards in the first half. What have you seen from Ohio Dominican in terms of what they have done to bottle up Clinton to this juncture?
Well, I think a couple of his carries have come in rundown situations, and Ohio Dominican's like, you know what? We're going to play the run and a rundown. Bryce Stankham, can you find one of your receivers? We're going to play run, and number 8's not going to hurt us. His most productive carries came in that series where there were some first down throws. There was a little bit of RPO type action where you're trying to hold a linebacker, throw it past him, and then let Clinton run the ball in second and short situations or second medium, third and short, things like that, where it's not necessarily a given that he's going to run the football.
A couple of plays ago, you saw the targeting call with Gavin Bain being ejected from the game. I know the officials have gone back and checked the replay. My guess is that replay shows them that they probably made the right call that Gavin has done. We haven't seen the UIndy defense miss a beat. Again, that's the luxury of having a young man like Schulte backing up Bain. Your thoughts about the job that UIndy has done, losing one of their best defensive players and overcoming that, early in the half?
Well, and it speaks to the way they've recruited and just the way the program has been built. Somebody goes down, somebody else is going to step into their spot. Clay Schulte came right in. We saw him make a big tackle. He did give up a big pass completion. And so, did they go after him? They absolutely did. And minus the one pass play, he's done just a fantastic job. We talked about the rotation at the defensive line. This defense is built to not give up points. I guess I should have mentioned this. You noted Ohio Dominican getting to the 30. How many times have we watched UIndy defenses bend?
Sure.
And maybe give up a field goal, maybe not. It's been a stalwart since Coach Bartolomeo came, 12 or 13 years ago.
Let's take a look now at our halftime stats. They are presented by the Free Enterprise System. We have talked about some of the, individual numbers for half number 1. As far as the halftime stats are concerned, again, pass yardage, very similar. Rush yardage, very similar. TOP belongs to Ohio Dominican. Just the 1 turnover for Ohio Dominican in half number 1. Again, those numbers equal as you would indicate in our halftime stats presented by Free Enterprise. With that, we will take this quick timeout. come back with more of the halftime show from Key Stadium. Greyhounds leading Ohio Dominican 9-7 on the ISC Sports Network.
Meet Kate. She has a lot to juggle. Family, work. It can lead to trying days and tired nights. But we know Kate, and at Indiana Members Credit Union, we know at some point her space at a premium life may change. IMCU is here to help Kate and you find your space. Now, add on or remodel with an introductory rate of 1.9% APR on a home equity line of credit. Today, it's all about Kate. Tomorrow, it's all about you. Because at IMCU, it's you that matters.
When medical care is needed, where will you turn? With Community's Connect to Care program, one call or click finds you the closest open appointment. Request a time yourself, or let us do it. From a primary care doctor or virtual visit, to a med check or community clinic at Walgreens. Just call or click. You can go right to our website or to me. Connect to Care from Community.
McCulling in time. Oh, no! It's good.
This one is caught.
There you go.
Wow, Dawson makes a great catch.
Spin, win, 3, bury it for Leland Walker.
Tie the game they do with the dunk by Malik Edmonds. What a play.
Oh, my goodness.
I feel a little momentum starting to fall Ellen's way.
Wrestler! Wrestler!
Whoa!
Once again, back at Key Stadium, Greg Rakestraw, Dave Burton with you on the ISC Sports Network. More of our highlights rolling through from half number one. Again, the Hounds will have the football to start the third quarter. They lead by a score of 9-7. Let's talk about the upcoming schedule for UIndy. Again, conference play gets underway next week at Southwest Baptist. UIndy then home to McKendree. But probably the first kind of big test of the GLVC season comes when Lindenwood comes to town on October the 16th. Lindenwood did not play during the spring, but again, in the fall of 2019, they were the team that won the GLVC championship, as both they and the Greyhounds made the NCAA playoffs for football. First time that two GLVC teams made the postseason.
Yeah, obviously Lindenwood, I think across the GLVC since what would we say? This is the 9th season, right?
It might be 10th. If I think I may have lost track. I think we started playing football in 2012, so call it season number 10, 9th full season.
The quality of play across
absolutely.
the conference has improved dramatically, and Lindenwood has been the program in the past 3 years that has really made the jump from that good to we are nationally, we're going to be contenders. So that it's huge for them to be coming, for UIndy to have them here, but it's going to be a true test of where UIndy is.
After that, road trips to Quincy. Missouri State is never easy. That game on October the 30th. William Jewell will be here on October the 6th. And again, a lot of folks have highlighted that last game of the season, November the 13th. UIndy at Truman. They played for the spring championship here, a game that UIndy won. Ohio Dominican knows the folks from Truman well. That's whom they played in that bowl game back in December of 2019 that Truman won. It was their first postseason game in some 25 years. And again, Truman and Lindenwood making the move from the MIAA to join the GLVC. It has made a major impact in terms of the Great Lakes Valley Conference. All right, coaches' corrections. What are you focusing on here in half number two from the UIndy perspective?
Well, I think the first thing is first down. Offensively, we've got to get 4 or 5 yards on first down. That the touchdown possession, the touchdown series, that's exactly what happened. And boy, do they look good and fluid offensively when they have success on first down. So that, the first thing is, all right, what do we need to do on first down to get ourselves, our rhythm, our going that way. Ohio Dominican. All right, our offense 30 to 30 is really good. 20 to 30, we're really good. What do we have to do? Do we have to continue taking shots? Is there, do you look at a trick play when you get down to that 30-yard spot? Just something that allows you to break through the mental part of, oh gosh, here we are again. We haven't had success. How do we get there?
Ohio Dominican, what do they change in half number 2?
I think they're going to continue to key on Toriano Clinton, and I think at some point they're just going to you're going to continue to see the safeties come downhill, and they're going to dare Bryce Stankham and the wide receivers to beat them.
Again, UIndy, Ohio Dominican, 9-7 is our score at halftime. Greyhounds will have the ball to begin quarter number 3. Stick around and stay tuned. More of our halftime show comes your way next as you're watching University of Indianapolis Greyhound football here on the ISC Sports Network.
Meet Zach. Day and night, rain or shine, even just out for a spin, Zach gets around. But we know Zach, and at Indiana Members Credit Union, we know he's been saving up to trade up. IMCU is here to help Zach and you drive your dream. Now get financing as low as 1.99% APR on a new or used vehicle. Today, it's all about Zach. Tomorrow, it's all about you. Because at IMCU, it's you that matters.
At Aqua Systems, we believe in one simple idea, that it should be easy to get great water. That's why we provide a hassle-free sales process with money-back guarantees and the best warranties anywhere, all on equipment made in the USA. In fact, at Aqua Systems, we make it so easy to fix your home's water that 9 out of 10 people who shop with us buy from us. Contact Aqua Systems today. You'll love your water.
Hi, I'm Query.
And I'm Schultz.
And, of course, we do the incredibly creatively and appropriately named Query and Schultz program every Monday on ISC Sports Network. Derek, it airs at what time?
7:30.
Okay, every Monday at 7:30. We're now on season number 2, and if history tells us anything, catch us now because you never know when they pull the plug on it.
Why would you say that?
Because it's happened
That's not going
before.
to happen here. Comcast, Xfinity 81, ISCSportsNetwork.com, ISC Sports Network, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, so many places to watch Query and Schultz, 7:30 on Monday.
Meet Chip. 30 years ago, he started a small business with a big idea. Today, there's a new building, a new fleet of equipment, and a new era of leadership. But we know Chip, and at Indiana Members Credit Union, we know he plans to keep growing, building business with the next generation. IMCU is here to help with secure and simple account management tools and commercial financing to grow business. Today, it's all about Chip. Tomorrow, it's all about you. Because at IMCU, it's you that matters.
Oh, how life has changed from our days as students here. My partner David Burton, quarterback and punter, played at UIndy from the falls of 1993 to 1996. I graduated a year later. We would joke, what time's the game? What time can you get here? The atmosphere is a little bit different and has been for the last 15 or so years. Again, the rare September afternoon game, but the tailgate lot is absolutely packed just south of the stadium again. Capacity around here is about 6,000-ish. When it comes to football, we're kind of capped at about 3/4 of that, just from a safety policy standpoint. But there are as many people as we can allow in the building today, and so far they have enjoyed a very good football game. Greyhounds leading at 9-7.
Yeah, great afternoon for football. Great atmosphere out there. You see the tailgate. Four players from Roncalli were here last weekend, and I was talking to the dads and just talking. They said, first time some of them have been here, and they talked about the
despite the
setup
fact that high school from Roncalli is all of a mile away.
Yeah,
amazing how that works.
Yeah, it is. But and they're asking me if it's always been like this, and I said no, it has not.
But again, you were part of the group. Joe Polizzi helped lay the foundation. Bob Bartolomeo then took it to a completely different level. And it was about that time when UIndy and Ohio Dominican first started playing each other during their mutual days in the GLIAC, and they have both since gone their separate ways during that time. But no, it is a completely different environment, as frankly you would hope any college campus would be. in a 20 or 25-year span. Since you talked about Roncalli, again, my partner on the staff of the team that won the 4A state championship last year. Your guys got a good test from 3A number 1 Brebeuf last night, pulled away to win that game decisively in half number 2. Your team is now 6-0 on the season, and can't be any better than that. How are you guys playing for you right now?
Obviously playing very well. And the thing, and many people, stories have been written, we have a very large offensive line.
Yep.
Literally, you could line our offensive line up.
I feel small
in
next to
this
your
game.
offensive line, yeah.
I've got a picture of me standing next to my center, and I know I'm not the largest man, but I look like a child. But the fun thing for me is that they're a really good group of kids to be around. And working CYO games on a Sunday afternoon and sitting in the press box and talking fantasy football and just different things. One of our offensive linemen is looking at his phone, noting how many times his English teacher is annotating his essay, and he's like, I really thought I did a good job with this. Well, as he went back and looked, most of the comments from the teacher were positive, but it was, here's this kid who is a junior and will probably be a scholarship football player, and he's worried about his English essay that he thought he did a really nice job with.
John Rodenberg is the head coach at Roncalli, and I assume the research has been done more scrupulously since last Thanksgiving weekend. Any other coach that has won high school football championships in 3 different states has run the folks at Roncalli come across anybody else that would qualify for that?
I want to say there's one other that they found, but his, living in Kentucky and having been across the river at Covington Catholic, and then with Cincinnati Moeller, and now at Roncalli, it is small company that he's in.
And again, he is the head coach at Roncalli. As you noted, his previous stops were 1 state championships. Left Moeller to come here to Lawrence Central, and after a couple of years realized, hey, I think the Catholic school environment is where I belong, and quickly righted the ship at Roncalli. After Bruce Cypress had retired, Scott Marsh did some good things, but quickly Coach Rodenberg, really without much of an offseason, if any, to work with his kids last fall, helped lead Roncalli to yet another 4A state championship. How'd you characterize him as a head coach?
He's great. He is the one thing I'd like to say about him, and I say this, talked about it to him, he is who he is, and he doesn't shy away from it. But he loves the weight room, and he has this summer conditioning program where our guys run. I mean, like 46-year-old me watches our kids, and I'm like, man, I don't know if I could have done this when I was 17 years old. And not only do they do it, I mean, they kill it. We ran, he calls them half gassers, across the field and back, 106 yards, 20 of them for time. And our starting defensive back, captain in the secondary, Michael Hegwood, Aiden Leffler, our quarterback, they didn't miss a time. They made their time every time. And they weren't the only ones. There were like 15 kids that made every time. And finished in 3 minutes to 5 minutes after we're done, every kid is fully recovered. And just, it's impressive. And he is fair to a fault. He'll tell you when you're good, and he'll tell you when you're bad, and move on.
Well, we're talking about head coaches. There you see Chris Keevers, now in his 3rd year on the job here on the South Side again. Played collegiately at Purdue. Our buddy Lance Scheib and Chris were teammates back in their days at Purdue University. Came here with Joe Polizzi in the summer of '94. Again, 25 years on the staff before becoming a head coach. Your thoughts on the job that Chris has done, making that chair move, if you will, or that office move, one office to the right or left?
I think Coach has done a fabulous job. It's the funniest thing, the coaching change happened in the middle of my freshman year. Right at the beginning of second semester, my freshman year in the spring of '94, and I would have told you from the spring of 1994 until the spring of 1997 that Chris Keevers, the only reason he knew my name was because he hated me. And I mean, literally, the playing career ends, and a year later, I'm teaching and a high school football coach, and he's one of my best friends. And I even asked him, I said, Coach, we were sure you hated us. He goes, sometimes, you have to have a certain relationship with your players. Once you're not players anymore, it's totally different. All right. But he has done a great job. He's a fantastic recruiter. He does a great job talking to the group of players, motivating, and then he's a tireless worker. And I'll talk to him sometimes, text through the week, how's it going? Oh, great. And I'm like, hey, can I come over in the spring and watch practice? He goes, yeah. He goes, I'm busy. I got to draw cards. And I got, he works and works and works, and that's why they have so much success.
Of course, his son, Tucker, now here at the University of Indianapolis after graduating from New Pal, being a part of that fantastic program over the course of the last 4 seasons. So the 25-minute halftime is about to expire. Action momentarily will resume. What do you want to see from UIndy on this opening drive?
I want a drive that produces points. One of the things that you do at halftime, you go in and go, okay, what do we like? And the way we like to do things at Roncalli is we sit down and, okay, here's our first 5 plays of the second half. I expect Coach Wilson does something similar. Okay, so this is good. This is what we're doing on first down. When this works, then we'll go to this, then we'll go to this. So let's get a nice return here, and then let's take the ball down the field and score some points.
Lee and Buchanan back deep to return for UIndy. Quackenbush will be on to kick this ball away. It is a significant breeze today, and it's kind of shifted a little bit as well. It was blowing across the field for most of this game. Now it is seemingly going to be a bit of a headwind here for Ohio Dominican. And I think they're going to kind of switch, and with recognizing that, they want the wind at their back now. They're going to make UIndy flip the field.
Yeah, how often do you see that happen?
Right, never.
Yeah, I was going to say I'm fairly certain it's a first for me.
Everybody switches ends, and we'll be back to third quarter action here momentarily.
We talked about special teams. Look at the number of starters, Brown or Too Deep, Schulte,
sure,
guys that are out here on the special teams. Just shows you how important it is.
So Quackenbush sends this one. This one drifts into the end zone. That should be a touch. Nope, going to bring it out. Made a late decision. And Lee gives up about 8 yards because of said decision. And simply put, when you have to go over your shoulder to catch a ball in the end zone, it's probably where you need to stay.
And I think he's having a conversation with Coach Keevers right now,
who might be saying that in a more demonstrative fashion than I just did 5 seconds earlier. Slightly. So, Stankham and Clinton in the backfield for UIndy at their own 17-yard line. Handoff goes to Clinton. Runs it off the right side and gets a little bit, but that's kind of been the descriptor of the running game for both sides today. A little bit, but not much. Second and long.
Ran the wide zone play back to the short side of the field, away from the Sam backer there. You can see number 29 with the club on his hand. Again, Ohio Dominican, he's the Sam. Ohio Dominican calls him the star because he's a hybrid. He's a defensive back, but he's a linebacker.
He's Sean Hill, quick hitter. That's Lee. Goes right back in the game. It's kind of the second time we've seen that pass completed today. The quick hitter on the slant, gain of 5, and call it 3rd down and 3.
Right, and it's a great flash fake. Holds the inside linebacker, and then he just tries to complete the hitch before the safety can come down and take it away.
So the line to gain is the 27 here for the Greyhounds. They will try to run it, and Clinton not going to get there. They've tried to run on third down before, and they have not picked up the fourth down on either occasion. And the Hounds will go 3 and out to start half number 2.
Well, I'm really kind of surprised with the tight end in the game. There you see, who's that? Number 45, Ethan Hand. I expected the run to come back towards him because all that was outside of him, the Will linebacker had walked up, and then there was a corner, but with the safety high, I felt like they had a better angle back towards the tight end.
Boozman gets this one away. Turner Fields, 38-yard line. Brought down at about the 43. So a kick about 38 yards from about 5, and once again, as has been the case for most of the game, really good field position for Ohio Dominican.
Yeah, we probably, it doesn't have that on our stat sheet, does it? The average drive starting position.
It's been better for the visitors, let's put it that way.
Absolutely. Well, and you know, the UIndy's last possession, that was just a poor decision by Jeremiah Lee.
Whitaker, and he and Pitts split carries for Ohio Dominican. Whitaker, the tailback. The long read, and that ball tipped away by Kearns. Second time we have called his name on a pass breakup today. Morgan was the intended target.
Yeah, last week I talked to Coach Keevers a little bit in the pregame, and he was really high on Cassius Kearns, and there you see why. That's a read. He's reading the safety. He was reading Strickland there, and when Strickland came downhill, he pulled it out to throw, and Kearns just made the breakup.
Second PBU for the young man from Chicago, Homewood Flossmoor. Ernst looking. Single coverage, jump ball, and knocked away. And that's again by Kearns, but looks like they're going to call a pass interference against Kearns. Let's see.
He went to reach for the flag
and he
and
threw
the beanbag first, and then the flag came out.
That's going to be 15 yards and a first down for Ohio Dominican.
So I talked the last time about how he did a really nice job of following the receiver's eyes and then trying to break it up through the hands. The problem with doing that is when you never turn your head back to the ball, any contact you make is not forgiven by the back judge there. And I think that's what happened there. The contact, I think, was incidental, but because he never made an attempt to find the ball, he called the interference.
Been a relatively flag-free game, 15 yards and a first down. And again, that play indicative of how both teams have struggled to run the football today. The defensive lines have won the battle of the line of scrimmage going in both directions.
Absolutely, you're correct there. And you can make the argument for the hold right there is that 96? You can make an argument that Jacob Jones was held, and still it's a 2-yard loss for Ohio Dominican.
Kiabe Guerriere had 5 tackles in the first half, picks up another one there. Blitz coming. Ernst throws, and again, he just threw that ball away to a spot. Hoped a player could get it, but that was all being done because Scott Schulte had a beat on him.
Yeah, Schulte was coming from the boundary, and now I think Honeyus got the hit on him.
I knew I was going to say Scott at some point. Clay Schulte. There we go.
Well, I have the benefit. I would call him coach.
Take a look.
And to his credit, Ernst threw the ball to the open spot.
Correct.
The receiver just wasn't there yet.
3rd and a dozen. They've converted 3rd and 13. Have Ohio Dominican. Ernst throws, has a man. He converts 3rd down again. Wiley with the grab and another 3rd and long completion to move the chains for Ohio Dominican.
Really good coverage. He's not throwing this ball in rhythm. He's not throwing it right there. It's when he extends the play that receivers come open. The same thing happened last week a couple of times, and it's really hard what happened, and it's the gamble of the blitz. Trayvon Hall blitzed on that play as the nickel. He got home earlier in the first half. He didn't get home there. Ernst gets out of the pocket, extends the play, and completes the pass.
Ernst now 12 for 21 throwing the football in this game. Handoff goes to Whitaker. Whitaker runs through a tackle or two. Eventually Strickland makes the play, but not until a gain of 5 or 6.
So here, here they are again. Look where they are. That's probably the best first down play they've had in their possessions inside the 30. Important play for both the offense and defense right here.
And it's a familiar refrain. Again, what can Ohio Dominican do inside of the Greyhound 30-yard line? 4 trips, 1 score. Stack formation in the backfield. Handoff goes to Whitaker, and Whitaker has a first down. Brought down after a gain of 7 or 8 to the Greyhound 16-yard line. It was Hall that made the tackle. Evan Lance also on the tackle, hustling off the field as UIndy will rotate that front 4. Hounds go 3 and out in their opening drive to start this quarter, and now we see Ohio Dominican trying to put this in the end zone to put themselves back in front. Getting the handoff, it's Whitaker. Whitaker changes direction, Strickland catches him, but now the running game starting to spark here for Ohio Dominican.
Well, and you're seeing UIndy's moving their defensive front just a little bit. And there you can see that so when I say moving, they're calling a direction that they're going to slant. Ohio Dominican runs the play in the opposite direction, and now there's no linebacker fill behind it.
2nd and short. This time Ernst will keep on the crossing pattern, and that I believe is going to be offensive pass interference. So the receiver on the grab, that is Dustin Crayley, but I think that Morgan was blocking before the ball was thrown, and he was blocking far enough down the field where that's offensive pass interference.
And the ball got thrown downfield.
Correct.
If that pass
behind
is
the line of
completed
scrimmage,
behind the line of
okay,
scrimmage, you're okay. And it's a timing play. A lot of teams
So 10 yards and 2nd down.
So as he comes across the formation, most teams try to keep him behind the line of scrimmage.
Right.
And then it's a designed, it's not really a screen. It's like honestly, it's like a toss. But he got himself across the line of scrimmage, and now that block is nullified. It's illegal.
So all the way back now to the 25 yard. That's a 15-yard penalty, not 10. My apologies. Ernst throws. Tackle made immediately. Minimal gain. Strickland on the play. One of those Greyhounds that seemingly has been on campus forever, yet he is listed as a redshirt sophomore. 3rd down.
Well, nice job of maintaining the defensive positioning and defensive coverage there as Ernst got out of the pocket.
Again, 3rd down conversions have not been spectacular for Ohio Dominican. They're listed as 3rd and 9, but 2 of those conversions respectively have been on 3rd and 12 and 3rd and 13, which is what they're in the neighborhood of here right now. Play clock is at 2. At 1, snap in time. Ernst throws, catch made. It's Turner, and again, sets up what should be a chip shot field goal, which because of the missed extra point earlier by UIndy, would give Ohio Dominican the lead.
Really good job. Obviously benefit from the penalty, but really good job here of forcing the field goal attempt by the UIndy defense.
Quackenbush missed from 46 earlier. This one is significantly closer. This will go down as a 27-yard try. Davis is the holder. And Quackenbush 4 of 6 on the season on his field goal attempts. We'll get a perfect look at it here. And this one is good. So the missed extra point right now proving large. Ohio Dominican leads at 10-9 midway through the 3rd quarter. We're back after this as you're watching Greyhound football on the ISC Sports Network.
Racecom and Racecomen Buick GMC truck was just awarded GMC Dealer of the Year. Come see why and drive away in a new Buick Encore for just $129 a month. Lease a new GMC Terrain for only $229 a month, or get a third-row Acadia for as little as $229 a month.
Get your next SUV from the GMC Dealer of the Year, Racecomen Buick GMC truck.
2 great locations, US 31 South
or I-465 and East Washington Street, or RaceComenCars.com.
McCulling in time. Oh, no! It's good.
This one is
caught. There you go.
Wow, Dawson makes a great catch.
Spin, win, 3, bury it for Leland Walker.
Tie the game they do with the dunk by Malik Edmonds. What a play.
Oh, my goodness.
I feel a little momentum starting to fall Ellen's way.
That is
Wrestler!
Wrestler! Whoa!
Coach Keever's team in danger of losing at home for a second consecutive Saturday. Hasn't happened very often, and so there's a lot of football left to play. But they trail here in the third quarter by a score of 10-9. Now again, this is the second consecutive really good non-conference opponent, if not the third, that UIndy has played. Going Hillsdale, Tiffin, Ohio Dominican from the upper half of the neighboring conference, the Great Midwest Athletic Conference. End over end kick. This one does reach the end zone and just scoots around the right side of the pylon for a touchback and not a penalty. Today's game presented by Prairie Farms. Have you tried a Prairie Farms milk snack? Delicious chocolate cake bars filled with real milk cream and covered in chocolate. They're made with no preservatives or artificial colors, perfect as an anytime, anywhere snack. Find them in the dairy section. Visit prairiefarms.com/milk snacks and enter to win a free 4-pack. Prairie Farms is Indiana's farmer-owned dairy.
Empty, starting this series in empty.
And the running game has largely been contained by Ohio Dominican. Stankham to McNeilis. McNeilis brought down after, again, a gain of just 3 yards. Tackle is made by Desdemon Lake.
Going from empty to 2 tight ends.
UIndy with 143 total yards of offense here midway through the third quarter. Handoff. And again, a yard at best. Probably nothing there. Kellen Porter, the ball carrier.
Yeah, I mean, they loaded up that right side, ran a little zone action to the left, and had Ethan Hand as a kick-out block up to the top, and just couldn't get movement to create any running lane for Kellen Porter.
Hounds have already had 2 3-and-outs today. Actually, they've had 3. In danger of having back-to-back 3-and-outs to start the third quarter. Ohio Dominican brings pressure. Stankham reads it, fires, catch made. That's a big-time throw. First down, UIndy at the 40-yard line. That is Alonzo Derrick that makes the play, a gain of 12 yards.
Yeah, he does a nice job coming underneath. Right there, and you see McNeilis is running a vertical route trying to clear out that hash area as Alonzo Derrick runs the in-breaking route.
Austin Keel had to come out for a play. He's the center for UIndy. So that will actually bump Clay Hadley to the center for this snap. Just lost his helmet, has to sit for 1 play. Handoff goes to Clinton, and Clinton, nothing there. Well, you enter in any sport, you really say, okay, how do we cut off the other team's best option? Ohio Dominican has done that today against Toriano Clinton.
Yeah, we said he's the player to watch, and
they've been watching him.
They have watched him well. So again, and that's kind of what I expected here is, hey, somebody else is going to beat us.
Stankham, shovel pass to McNeilis, and taken down. Lake again. The win there for UIndy is that was not a sack, but it's no gain, and it's 3rd down and 10. And the pressure Applied that time by Eddie Miller Garrett for Ohio Dominican.
Yeah, and what they're trying to do is they're running a little bootleg action and trying to flood one side of the field, and because they don't get the edge, they don't have any flood to run.
But Bentley will get the first down. Just need to get the nose of the football to the 50. He's got it. However, there is a flag down on the play, and where it is thrown, it looks like maybe a formational penalty against UIndy.
It's either illegal, it's an illegal formation, or somebody's lined up in the neutral zone.
Let's see. So wipe away the conversion, 3rd and 15, and the tight end McNeilis was covered up.
The formation error was on the outside. A receiver was supposed to be off the ball. He lines up on the line of scrimmage. Yep. McNeilis releases, and now he's ineligible.
3rd down and 15. And again, that's part of the youth that you've got on this team at wide receiver.
Well, and it's also, you're trying to rotate different guys.
Sure.
In different personnel groups.
Stankham won't get away from this one. Sack. This Ohio Dominican team had a lot of sacks coming in. They really haven't had as many today. The offensive line has done their job in terms of pass protection, but Aaron Smoot Baker gets to Stankham this time and would not let him go.
Yeah, they ran a little, the protection scheme was more like a play action type scheme where, or they're giving run action where the right guard, Zachary Clark, is giving a pull action to the left side. A lot of times you see that when you're trying to fake a run. 3rd and 15 is not a time to fake a run.
And the field position will continue to get worse for UIndy. False start against the Greyhounds. Penalties now 4 for 40 yards against UIndy today. Both teams with 4 penalties so far in the game.
We're getting close to a point in the game where you need a big break. You need a turnover here.
And UIndy forced one on the opening drive. There's been no turnovers in this game since. UIndy's defense has forced 8 on the season. Boozman's kick, high wobbler, fair catch called for at the 40-yard line. A punt of 33 yards and then a late flag thrown at the end of the play. We'll sort that out. First, this from our friends at Indianapolis Credit Union. Proud to support the University of Indianapolis. They offer free UIndy debit cards with a free checking account and e-statements. Get your UIndy debit card today and show your school spirit. Visit any IMCU branch or sign up online at imcu.com. Membership savings required, federally insured by the NCUA. There's about a 5-car pileup in front of the man with the fair catch. They're going to wave it off. I think the debate was about maybe a hands to the face, maybe in there.
Potentially, or did somebody get too close to that protective halo?
I think that would have been safe even in the Canadian Football League. Take a look here.
Or is it just those two going back and forth?
Yeah, nothing there. A good job to tuck that flag away, going in either direction. So 1st and 10. Ernst looking for the big play here. Trying to buy some time, still looking, throws and sliding grab is made. 1st down for Ohio Dominican and a gain of nearly 20 yards. Austin Davis on the grab, and again, credit Ernst. Kept the feet moving.
He does, and that's a great escape. And then in that situation, the longer you've got to cover somebody, the more likely they are to come open.
Handoff, that's Pitts, and Pitts is taken down after a gain of 4. Momentum continues to build on the side of the visitors from Columbus. Guerriere picks up yet another tackle.
Ohio Dominican's really doing a nice job. Again, the first down plays, they throw on first down. You know, they hit a little crease here for a 4-yard gain.
Again, the handoff to Pitts, and Pitts will get 2. 3rd down and 4 coming up. Dylan Shelton was waiting on Pitts that time. Potential 4-down territory here for Ohio Dominican.
Yeah, the past 2 plays, they're really doing a nice job with having the H-back in the formation as well. And right now, Clay Schulte, if you're looking at your screen, is really outside the box. So the game becomes pretty equal, 6 on 6. And that's why they're having success running the ball.
Handoff goes to Pitts. He's going to be just shy of the 1st down marker. 4th down and less than a yard. You got to think they're going to go for it here.
Yeah, again, it's a zone play. They're not blocking the in man to the offense's left, and that H-back is coming across to pick up that last guy. So they've got a helmet for a helmet.
Extra offensive lineman comes in here for Ohio Dominican. They'll go jumbo formation in the backfield. Let's see if UIndy sells out defensively trying to get the stop. Now let's go for the quarterback sneak. They're going to go right behind the center. That's going to be a counter handoff, and he got it. Didn't get much. Just needed to get to the 30-yard line. He got it, 1st down. It was an interesting play design there by Ohio Dominican.
That's kind of old school wing T-esque. They gapped everybody down to the left side and then had 2 lead blockers. One's going to kick out, one's going to lead, and just try to get that 1 yard.
But it was effective. They got the 1 yard, and the clock will roll, and we are potentially a couple of snaps away from being in the 4th quarter of this football game. Ernst, again looking for the deep ball. Has man-on-man coverage, and Kearns couldn't tap it away. Wiley hangs on to it this time. Dominicans got it at the Greyhound 3-yard line.
And I'm not surprised by that at all. It's also not quite as tight in that chase was Kearns after he got the penalty call.
Wiley spot on in his accuracy that time. He is 16 for 25. And that puts him at 207 yards passing on the game. Handoff goes to Pitts, and Pitts stopped. He'll get a yard, maybe 2. Ohio Dominican does not need to snap the football again. Let's see if they're going to try to line up and go for it quickly.
But they might, just because they're in a really good rhythm.
Yep. Don't give UIndy a chance to think about it. Ernst gets the football, hands it off to Pitts, and he's in. Touchdown. 16-9 extra point pending. Ohio Dominican looks like we'll take an 8-point lead into the 4th quarter. Trying to pick up their 3rd non-conference victory of the season.
Well, right now, we're seeing the time of possession, and UIndy's defense has spent a lot of time on the field here in the second half, and I think the defensive line is starting to get worn down a little bit.
To that point, 26 minutes of possession, just shy of 19 for UIndy, and that extra point is blocked. So both teams now have missed an extra point, and it is a 7-point game. And given the way that young man is sprinting off the field, I'm going to give Shelton full credit for it.
Yeah, he certainly does.
Yep.
That's a great job of shooting through that gap between the tackle and the tight end and getting his hands up there. Great job by Dylan Shelton.
Fans, you can help UIndy Athletics continue to succeed by giving to the Greyhound Club. Your support enables us to compete at the highest level. Please visit getinvolved.uindy.edu/GreyhoundClub-give to make your gift today. Or I will simply give you Matt Donovan's personal cell phone number. Everybody ready to get a pen, write it down?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Or get your phone out. Actually, everybody get your phones out, and we'll have you call him.
If you donated money, Matt has no problem if you give him a call on a cell phone. None whatsoever. See, if I give out his phone number, it's not his phone number. Now I feel bad for the poor guy if it's not Donovan. I think I've got committed to memory.
That's impressive.
You know, come on.
I know, but there was a time that I was really good with phone numbers, and I just have Siri do it now.
Quackenbush on the kick this away. So 16-9 our score, and Lee again with the wind at his back watches that one go. Hounds now will have to win at their back in quarter number 4, but first at least one more snap here.
There's another reason to go quick and go ahead and score, try and score
Absolutely.
the ball with the kick.
Yep. This is a solid team. Wendy knew that before signing up for this game.
Big play. Let's get a 5-yard gain here.
Fake the handoff, looking to throw. Stankin. That's a catch. No. Bentley could not get the foot down in time. He wasn't happy about the call. So he's second down coming up for UIndy with 5 seconds. Let's go before the end of the quarter. And success on first down has been elusive for the Hounds today. I think the ruling is incomplete pass. Yep. Hence the.
He said the ball hit the ground.
Yeah, that's the smack of the turf. He got the foot down, didn't hang on to the catch. Stankin tipped. And now 2 seconds left to go in the quarter. And once again, third down and long coming up for the Greyhounds.
I really expected him to throw the ball down on the bottom part of our screen here.
UIndy's actually been better on third down than Dominican has. Third and 10. UIndy is 4 of 10 on third down conversions. ODU 3 of 11. Play clock is at 9 on the final play of the quarter. Handoff to Clinton, and Clinton diving for it. Going to be within a couple of yards, and it leaves Chris Keevers with a very interesting decision to start the fourth quarter. Do you go for it on 4th and 2? We'll have that when we come back. Hounds trail 16-9 on the ISC Sports Network.
Looking for Indy's best barbecue? Swing by City Barbecue. Our barbecue is smoked the way it should be, low and slow over local hickory wood. Our teammates whip up our classic barbecue sides and mouth-watering desserts from scratch every day, too. When you think about it, barbecue's perfect for any occasion. Tonight's family dinner, Friday's office lunch, next weekend's tailgate, or your next fancy event.
Check us out at our 6 Indy area locations and learn more at citybbq.com.
Your life is on the go. Now your viewing habits can be on the go. With the ISC Sports Network app, your team is at your fingertips. You can download years' worth of content from the ISC Sports Network library. High school, college, special events, weekly and monthly shows, wherever you find your favorite app. And you can always find out more information at iscsportsnetwork.com.
Hounds go through the third quarter without picking up a first down. Got one. My apologies. Got one. But you get the gist. Ohio Dominican outscores the Greyhounds by 9 in the quarter. Boozman's kick. Pin Turner at the 31-yard line. Right now, Ohio Dominican, 105 more yards of offense, 13 more plays. They have had the football for 7 more minutes, and they take over now at their own 31-yard line, trying to extend a touchdown lead here at the start of the fourth quarter.
Weeks 1 and 2, UIndy's on the road. So, my knowledge really of what happened is limited to what I read in the recap. But what I gathered from both games was the Greyhounds played really well in the second half. The 2 games at home, that has not been the case.
And they had a 17-7 lead against Tiffin last week. Tiffin, a pick 6, helped them come from behind and win 20-17. Ernst fakes the handoff, quick hitter to Turner. Strickland slings him down after a gain of 4, maybe 5.
But It's a one-on-one pass and catch there. Throws to an open receiver. It's a 4.5-yard gain. You're on schedule. 4 times 3 is 12. That's a first down.
Handoff goes to Whitaker, and he's going to be about a yard shy of the first down. It'll be 3rd down and short, and there are many reasons you point to as to why Ohio Dominican is winning this football game, but you just alluded to one of them. They have been the better team on first down today.
They've been much better on first down. That was a nice play as well. With only one back in the backfield, they used the backside guard to pull and become an isolation blocker. It's, they're running one back isolation. Nice play.
3rd and a yard. Linebackers are inching up, and it's not going to be 3rd and 6 because the left guard was a little anxious on the play. Zach Zinzer, unfortunately, lurched forward and cost his team 5 yards.
But there were he went first, but there was 2 more that went on the top side of the formation as well.
Now again, 3 of 11 is ODU on 3rd down. They have converted 3rd and 12 and 3rd and 13.
Yeah, the other 2 were just responding to Jacob Jones, who was moving off of what we saw there, Zinzer do.
Line to gain is the 41-yard line. Ernst looking near side, out in the flat, has it, that's the tight end, and then drop the football. It's loose. Did UIndy get on it? Let's see. It's a catch and then a fumble, and if it's fumbled out of bounds, it's a first down for Ohio Dominican. That's Colby Ryder, and that'll be first down, Ohio Dominican.
Yeah, it's a big hit by Kearns, and Clay Shutley just can't get to the ball.
But again, needed to pick up 6 yards. They got 8. First down, Ohio Dominican. Schulte with the tackle. Blitz coming. Whitaker runs into it, and a numbers game, simply nowhere to go. UIndy timed it perfectly. A run blitz, a loss of 1 on the play.
Yeah, they brought Clay Schulte there as the nickel. Sam linebacker comes off the edge, but also Borski does a really nice job of turning the play in addition to Schulte coming off the edge.
If you're Ohio Dominican now, you are draining as much time off the clock as possible. You're trying to use 40 seconds a snap to shorten this game with a touchdown lead, and given how they have played defensively in half number 2. Again, blitz coming. That's Lance giving chase. Ernst will throw the deep ball, and interference is going to be called. Kearns turned him. Got hooked up with them. Frankly, I thought that was more legitimate of a pass interference call than the last one that he got flagged for.
Yeah. The hand in the middle of the back is going to get you 9 times out of 10.
So 15 yards and a first down for Ohio Dominican. 5th penalty for 55 yards against the Greyhounds today.
I would not be surprised to see a shot down the field right here. Probably at number 12.
Freshman cornerbacks had a couple of pass breakups today. First and 10 now at the 43-yard line. Ernst looking. There's that deep ball right at Kearns, and that will be an incomplete pass. You called it, went right after him.
Threw it into the wind.
That is also true.
Wiley had a step on him. He's fallen out of his throw a little bit too.
Again, Kearns to some degree, that sometimes is called simply as a face guard, but you have the benefit of the doubt that time.
Yeah, but that's been his technique every deep ball, he gets in that trail position, and then he just tries to play through the hands.
2nd and 10. Bit of an errant snap, and I think the play clock had gotten to 0 before the snap occurred. It's going to be delay a game. So 2nd and 15.
All right. So if you're Ohio Dominican right here, this play is we need 4 yards. We need a 4-yard play. You know, you don't have to try and in this situation, because if you run the ball 3 times or 2 times here, 2nd and 3rd down, and let the clock run and punt it, and you can punt it inside the 10 with Quackenbush, you're good. Don't make a mistake right here.
Handoff goes to Whitaker, and Whitaker slips. I'm not sure exactly how hard Guerriere hit him. It was enough. A gain of 3, 3rd down and 12.
Yeah, it's a great play by Guerriere. Just gets enough of him. If Whitaker plants that outside foot instead of trying to cut off his inside foot, he cut off that left foot and he slid.
That was a victory for the turf, more
Absolutely.
so than Guerriere. So 3rd and dozen. And Hounds showing a blitz. Play clock is at 7. Snap is at 2. Here comes pressure. Ernst throws, and had to throw that early. That was all because of the blitz. Guerriere got that first. And the punt team comes on. So the Hounds get the stop they had to have. They'll get the football back. About 11 minutes left to go in the game.
You know, Lonzo Derrick right here has to make a good decision on catching this punt. The old rule used to be put your heels at the 10. If it goes over your head, let it go. With the artificial turf, the ball seems to check up, as you note. You know, he's got to make a decision here to catch this or let it go.
Quackenbush, he made the decision to let it go, and Quackenbush absolutely drilled it. That's at the 1 or the 2. It will be at the 1-yard line again. There's a reason why we think there's a chance that this kid could be playing beyond his days at Ohio Dominican.
That's impressive right there.
Today's game presented in part by HoundGear.com. Greyhound fans can find tons of authentic UIndy sportswear, t-shirts, gameware, and giftware, all at HoundGear.com. It is the superstore for UIndy fanatics. So 99 yards away from tying this game is UIndy. Just how limited is your play call here inside of your own 1?
Very. We had a similar situation last evening and went with the day 1 starter of quarterback sneak.
Stanco, hand off to Clinton. He's got to get out of the end zone. That he does, and he picks up 7 yards. Nerves of steel that time by Clinton, waiting for his blocks to develop while he's on the gray turf.
Oh yeah, and a lot of trust in himself there to know once the seam opens, I've got the burst to get through it. Right there, you see it.
Let McNeilis drive that blocker out of the play.
Yep, just read what McNeilis does.
Second longest run of the day for Clinton. He'll get his number called again. Opposite side has a first down. And those have been hard to come by for UIndy in this half. A 6-yard pickup. And now would be the time to get the ground game going for UIndy.
Absolutely. You know, but it all starts getting 7 yards on first down. There's the type of run where Clinton has a lot of success. His first 3 or 4 steps, he's not jogging, but he's not, you know, he's looking to see what's available to him. Throw it away.
Sankum does just that. 2nd down and 10. And that pressure starting to pick up now. Ohio Dominican is starting to win more of those battles along the line of scrimmage in terms of the pass rush.
Well, and UIndy had, what do we say, less than 12 or 13 snaps in the third quarter, which meant that defense is rested. And now you're in a situation where you're down, and the pass rush is, they know they don't have to worry as much about the run.
Handoff goes to Buchanan, and Buchanan gets a yard or two. So once again, after one first down, UIndy finds themselves behind the chains. Third and call it 8.
There was the run back to the tight end. The outside zone back to the tight end to the short side of the field. Just not many running lanes to run through.
Dominican will bring 5. Stankham was looking for the screen, nothing there. And now finds Heineman, able to make the grab right at the first down marker.
That's
Huge
a great
conversion.
effort there by John Heineman. We saw him go way high to make a catch, and now we see him take one off the turf.
Talented two-sport athlete at Mooresville High School. He may have played one in the spring, too. I didn't know. Just called his games in both football and basketball. Frankly, if I'm Paul Castaro, I'm at least asking if he would like to join the basketball team, because he could be able to help. Handoff Buchanan, follows his lead blocker in McNeilis. Again, tough sledding. Was that Clinton back in there on that carry? My apologies. Toriano Clinton on the carry. It'll pick up 4.
It's a solid start.
Yeah, this game is getting late early. 8.5 minutes left to play in it. No need for UIndy to go hurry up, but it means you have to be efficient. You have to put something together on this drive, on the slant. That's Lee, and Lee will be a couple of yards short of the first down. So 3rd down and 2 coming up after another pickup of 4 yards.
Yeah, he's running a little trail route. He releases like he's going to run out into the flat and then brings himself back after you've taken the top 2 guys. One guy runs a slant in that bunch formation. One guy runs a vertical. And you're just trying to clear some space there for him to work underneath.
Hounds will go double tight here. Play clock is at 10 as we hit the 7.5 minute mark left to go in today's game. You get the football to the 34-yard line. Handoff goes to Clinton. Clinton gonna be close. I think he's got it. Yep, he does. Where they're marking the football. And that was all on number 8, because he had to get through a couple of tacklers just to get those 2 yards. So 3rd first down of the drive that has gone for 33 yards.
Outside zone, and so the linebacker coming from the backside gets just enough of him as he's making his cut that he can't hit the seam at full speed.
But it's already taken over 4 minutes off the clock. Stankham looks to throw it. Credit to Stankham for being able to get rid of the football, because he was wearing Eddie Miller-Garrett as he threw that ball away.
Well, they went double move down here with Frank Bentley. They're trying to take a shot down the field.
Ethan Hand was having a chase block that time. That's never good.
And part of the reason Stankham is sitting in there, he didn't see it coming.
Handoff goes to Clinton, and Clinton met in the backfield, keeps the legs churning, gets a couple of yards there. Chance Kennedy on the tackle for Dominican. And now UIndy again behind the chains. Have already converted 1 3rd and 8 on this drive. They are facing another one here at the 36-yard line. And again, with 6.5 minutes to go, are you thinking about this play call sets up a go for it on 4th down?
Well, that's kind of the question. Has Coach Keevers communicated, hey, you get 4 yards here, you've got a chance. But I'm not going to let you go for it on 4th and 8.
Stankham throws, has a man. Don't have to worry about that now. First down, UIndy. That catch by Alonzo Derrick. His 4th grab of the day. That one good for some 13 yards.
Yeah, it's a great job. Here he does stand in the pocket. Here comes the linebacker coming right at him. hold your position, throw the ball. You want that route, that in-breaking route, square in to hit around the hash, right where it's thrown. Great job by Bryce Stancomb right there.
4 first downs on the drive, 48 yards on the drive from the 1 to midfield. And again, 5 minutes have been taken off the clock. Stancomb deep out, has a man, and just threw it a little bit too high. Derek the target.
That's a throw he's got to make. That's really good route concept. You've got a curl by Eineman that's going to hold the inside receiver, and Alonzo Derrick is running a wheel, like a wheel stop. If nobody's there, he's going to continue wheeling up, and they're going to try and take a shot down the field. If not, he's just going to hook up, and you throw it. It's like throwing a back shoulder fade.
Stancomb now 18 for 28, 139 yards. 1 touchdown, no interceptions. 2nd and 10. On the slant, quick hitter by Lee, spins away from a tackler, picks up 6. 3rd down and 4 with less than 5.5 to play. Hounds cross the 50 for the first time this half.
Again, you know, we're seeing that same type. They're throwing that little stop route, the inside slot stop route. I'd love to see him take a shot on a first down of fake that shot or fake that little stop route and throw a post up over their head.
Now 6 minutes off the clock on the drive. Stancomb rolling right side, looking, fires, catch made. That's Derrick, first down, UIndy at about the 32, and this is the Alonzo Derrick drive, his 5th catch of the game.
Well, and this is when he started to make some plays last week as well. We're into the third, late in the third and into the 4th quarter.
At this rate, Ohio Dominican may be home for dinner. 4.5 minutes left to go in the game. It's Buchanan, and Buchanan has room to run. Buchanan tripped up at about the 26-yard line. And again, it has to be to the end zone here with now about 4 minutes left to go in the game. Hounds will go double tight. McNeilis returns. Hand back in there as well.
And then McDonald.
Yep, Daniel McDonald from Cardinal Ritter is the 3rd tight end. Hand off Buchanan. Buchanan finds a seam. Buchanan's got a first down, and he is pushed backwards at the 17-yard line. Again, we saw Buchanan this spring, and he's factoring more in the game plan here late than we've seen him all season long.
Well, it's just the past 3 first downs, set of chains, they've had done a really nice job on first down.
The unique nature of college sports right now, the 3rd-year redshirt freshman from the Chicago suburbs. Again, it's Buchanan. And Buchanan again finds a crevice. Buchanan keeps the legs turning. He's earning himself more playing time. 1st and goal for UIndy at the Ohio Dominican 3-yard line.
It's just a matter of, sometimes you go with who's hot. It's just zone. It's just inside zone to the left, and downhill goes Buchanan. And as soon as he sees it, man, he's got a nice burst through the hole.
1st and goal, 3-yard line. Buchanan again. Buchanan into the pile, gets a yard, and that's it.
But what we just saw there was 3 times in a row. It was successful on first down. Run it again.
Go until you stop it.
Run it again.
So this drive is now 96 yards long for UIndy.
This is a 96-yard drive.
2nd down and goal. Stancomb, handoff Buchanan. Buchanan gets a yard. It's 3rd and goal. This is starting to be reminiscent of Colts opening drive from a week ago. All right, walk me through what you want to see here.
I don't know, because we had a 98-yard drive that we got stalled out on the one last night as well. So I don't want to think I've got all the answers here. I thought outside zone back to the the tight end side looked good the last time or some type of pin and pull and put the running back one-on-one with the defensive back.
3rd and goal. Clinton has returned. Timeout called, Ohio Dominican. Dominican wants to be able to talk this one over. This game presented in part by the Free Enterprise System, the official travel agency for Greyhound Athletics. The Free Enterprise System, anything else is just a bus ride. So first timeout used by either side. And UIndy able to keep all 3 timeouts. So if you don't score here, you got to stop. You will give yourself time to get the ball back. But you may not get the opportunity from 9 feet away the way the Hounds have it right now.
I wouldn't be surprised with a pass here.
I would think of a similar ilk from 3 yards out.
The thing that frightens me is if I'm thinking it, is Ohio Dominican thinking it.
I would also be in agreement on that topic.
So now, and rather than play the second guess yourself game, where's my best player? How can I put him in a position to be successful?
7 first downs on the drive. Now the Hounds look for 7 points. Stankham throws all alone. Catch is made. Hand on the touchdown. But it's going to come back because of offensive pass interference.
Well, I don't know if he'd have seen that if we'd have thrown it sooner.
Where did that pass interference come from?
I'm
Who was
guessing,
that on?
based on Frank Bentley's reaction, that they called it on him.
Because I didn't see it on that replay. Doesn't mean it didn't happen. Is it on McNeilis for kind of squaring away his defender there? That can't be on him.
That's bad. If that's on him.
So now it's 3rd and goal from the 18-yard line, and again, that is a game-changing penalty call. Now you got to find a way to move the ball 18 yards in 2 plays. Stankham rolling. Bentley could not make the juggling catch, and now again, a field goal does you no good here.
Not with 90 seconds. Yeah, field goal, because you'd still have to onside kick and score a touchdown. You have to have a touchdown.
So under 90 seconds to go. It's an amazing penalty call if it's on McNeilis. If it's not something that we didn't see, that's an awfully tight interpretation of the rules.
I'm trying to get the ball to Alonzo Derrick here.
Stankham fires, and Heineman has it. Oh my goodness, how open can he be? Touchdown, UIndy.
I guess I should have been looking for Heineman. They went with Alonzo Derrick too. Both guys.
UIndy is going for the 1. And again, both teams have missed an extra point. For Boozman, it was a miss earlier. For Ohio Dominican, it was a block. So, this is not exactly a guarantee here. Snap back, kick up, no problem here. So we are tied at 16 with 82 seconds left to go.
99 yards.
That is the longest scoring drive in school history, because you can't be longer.
But it was because they had the penalty. They had more than 99 yards of offense on that drive.
It's an amazing turn of events. Again, UIndy really scored a touchdown twice on that series. So John Heineman gets his first touchdown of the season for UIndy. For Bryce Stankham, he gets his second passing touchdown of the day. And again, Ohio Dominican has 2 timeouts, and they got a quality kicker in Quackenbush. They are now going into the breeze. We may have ourselves a little overtime here at Key Stadium on a game that is yet to hit the 2.5-hour mark at Key Stadium. So Boozman on to kick this ball away. Ohio Dominican had led from the first drive of the third quarter, their first drive, the second drive in total. 16 all. Both teams a pair of touchdowns, a field goal, and a missed extra point have gotten us to this 16-16 mark. And it is getting to be a 3-club wind out there at this point. That means you'd hit your 3-iron, what, about 210, 215?
I haven't had a 3-iron in the bag for 15 years.
Okay, the 5 wood, how about that?
5 wood, yeah, there we go. That's about right.
So UIndy obviously will have a player hold this here for Boozman. Boozman blasts it away, and now you worry, will that thing reach the end zone? No, and because of that, now it is a short field to work with for Ohio Dominican. That's what you were worried about with that wind kicking up, potentially directing that ball towards the sideline.
And I get, hey, let's kick it down into the corner, so if they do return it, they've got a smaller area to return it to, but
ball at the 35-yard line.
Go back to your golf. If you're tied for the tournament lead on the 18th tee, and if you've got a right to left wind, you're going to give yourself a little extra room. You're not hitting it into the trees left.
From a touchback, it's only really a 10-yard penalty. It's not as damaging as the NFL, which is 40 at this point, but still not good. 2 wide each side. Ernst looking to throw. Here comes pressure. Ernst able to step away and just throws it away. Again, great coverage. Really, it was a 7-man drop that time for UIndy defensively.
And here you see the nickel package come on. Great push there. Alex Patch gets a hand on him.
Well, Ernst has looked every bit the veteran that he is for Ohio Dominican. Numbers aren't spectacular, but very solid. 17 for 28, 220 yards. 1 touchdown. He has been sacked twice today. Guerriere hinting at a blitz. Schulte. Now they both drop back. Ernst steps up, looks to throw. Catch made. That's Davis, and Davis will pick up 21 yards and a first down.
Well, dropping 7. There's going to be a hole right there in about the eye. Yep, about there.
About 15 more yards for field goal range, throwing it deep down the field. Davis out of bounds. A lot of contact there going both ways. I think Davis, frankly, had taken himself out of bounds on the play anyway. No flag is given in either direction. It's second down.
That's a veteran throw right there, just taking a shot.
Yep.
Down, looking at, all right, where's a decent matchup? I'm going to go with my guy Davis on Mavunga down the sideline on first down. That's a big throw right there.
Davis 5 catches for 73 yards. And UIndy has all 3 timeouts if they feel they need them. Hounds bring 6. Ernst throws, has a man all alone to the sideline, and he'll step out of bounds for a first down at the 28-yard line. That's Bryson Craley that makes the catch. And again, you are now on the edge of field goal territory if you're Ohio Dominican.
Great job extending the play by Evan Ernst.
Already Ohio Dominican has moved this ball inside of the 30. Ernst throws, catch made. Davis jumped out of bounds. Gain is of about 5 yards. The support staff on the sidelines got taken out on that play. Let's hope he's all right.
Popped right up.
Second down and 5.
They are just working this boundary side right now.
Second down and 5. And again, likely within field goal territory now. Got to find a way to make a play if you're UIndy. Ernst has time, throws, knocked away. That was Hall. And maybe one of the rare bad throws that Ernst has had today.
Well, and honestly, what happened, the initial coverage is really good. I think it was Clay Schulte. Because they've been getting hurt over there on that short side of the field, they manned up that short side, and Schulte ended up, as he came out of the pocket, he attacked the quarterback. The guy he was playing went into the end zone, and Hall's guys coming across the field. Great close by Trayvon Hall.
And a timeout coming by Ohio Dominican. We will keep it right here. Today's game presented by The Gordon Flesh. Business technology managed. Please visit gflesh.com for more information. All right, so what are you calling up play-wise here, Coach?
32 seconds to go. I'm probably going to run the ball into the middle of the field.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I think at this point, again, you've got a kicker that you trust. Again, there was one blocked extra point earlier and one missed field goal from 46. Force UIndy to take a timeout, trying to get the ball back.
Difference in the high school game and the college, well, in the type of quarterback they have here. I would not be surprised to see like a quarterback exit motion here, snap it to the tailback and just let the tailback, without having the handoff, see if you can get a guy out of the box by removing your quarterback and then snap it to your tailback and let him run it.
3rd down and 5. Handoff up the middle. It's Pitts. He's taken down. Timeout coming from UIndy or not. They're not taking one yet. It's 4th down. Ohio Dominican going to let this go all the way down. Looks like and take a timeout.
I would guess UIndy's going to call their timeouts to ice versus calling their timeouts
trying to have a chance to get the ball back.
Yeah, rather than say, and I don't think they have the offensive unit to go 80 yards in 30 seconds.
So with 2 seconds left, Ohio Dominican will take their final timeout. Again, it was Shelton that had the field goal block earlier today, or the extra point block, I should say. For Quackenbush, this would be 39 yards, and that breeze has kind of shifted again into being more of a cross or diagonal wind. So it could affect the kick, and we will get a bird's eye view of it from our camera position behind the goalposts. So you'll know. Either Quackenbush makes it, the game is over. We're going to overtime. Look where Shelton is lining up. You can't line up over the center, but he is lined up as close to the point of the snap as possible.
He's going to go through the tackle tight end gap. Are we going to call timeouts? He's calling timeout.
Chris Keevers asks for a timeout. So there's timeout number 1 taken by UIndy. Quackenbush will go through the process, take a warm-up kick. Don't blame him for that. And this will be from 39 yards out. I was trying to avoid losing back-to-back home games for the first time in a long time. And that has been the run of dominance this program has been on over the course of the last decade.
Selfishly, on a personal level, I really want to see this win because I don't want to have Tommy Dager giving me all sorts of grief about the GMAC.
The commissioner of the Great Midwest Athletic Conference, who's an alumnus of the University of Indianapolis. Chris Keevers is next to the line judge again, wants a timeout again. So UIndy can burn through all of them. They've got one more to give if they want to. They're going to make Quackenbush think long and hard about this one.
I'm not sure that he calls the third one. I don't know.
Just to throw him off?
Maybe. Just stand next to the line judge. See if the holder's looking at him. Give your hands like this. I don't know.
And one timeout that can be taken by UIndy if they elect to go that direction. And Davis is the holder. The make for Quackenbush earlier was from 29 yards out. Fans on both sides stand and applaud. And again, you'll get the bird's eye view. And here comes timeout number 3 for UIndy. So they'll burn them all. They won't take any of them with them. This game is over. Stay tuned. We'll have a brief post-game show for you here on the ISC Sports Network. Thanks to our wonderful ISC Sports Network crew.
I'm paid for an event, bro. Go home.
Quick research. I've got the last time that UIndy lost back-to-back games at home, 2010. So no more timeouts left. All down to the kicker. Snap is good. Hold is good. Kick is blocked. Kick is blocked. And it's a live football. Mavungu is tackled. We are going to overtime. You said special teams would be key. Sure enough, they've saved 4 points today for UIndy. And we have an injured player down for UIndy. Let's make sure he's all right. Again, regulation is over with. Our eyes turn on the field to the injured UIndy player. And again, wasn't the cleanest of holds, but that frankly did not matter because Trayvon Hall was all over it.
Schulte is down.
Is the player that was down that kind of got landed on by Hall. Yep.
And I think it's a shoulder.
Now, when a player is down for a lengthy period of time, you almost hope it's a shoulder and not something a bit more significant. So he is already back up and helping. Needs no help to get off the field. Well, the kicker can be upset about it, but frankly, that was all on the defensive line making the play for UIndy. So we have overtime in this one here at Key Stadium. And now I will do the similar research on the last overtime game here. There was the St. Joseph's 4 overtime classic from a few years ago. Obviously, some distance of time because sadly our friends in Rensselaer have not been open as a school for the last 3 or 4 seasons. That was the Thursday night game that was the D2 showcase game on CBS Sports Network.
It's 2013 or earlier, I believe. No. 16.
They have this wonderful thing called the internet that I can look things up in fast fashion. And we will keep it right here. Obviously, the ball now will go to the 25-yard line. We'll have a coin toss to see who will get the ball first. Again, because this UIndy program has been so dominant over the last few years, there have not been a great amount of overtime games being played here at Key Stadium, or frankly, in any locale, as far as the Greyhounds are concerned. Thanks for sticking with us here on the ISC Sports Network. And this game has moved so quickly, we have completed regulation in less than 2 hours and 40 minutes. So the captain's meeting at midfield. Obviously, if you win the toss, you want the ball second in this scenario. So we will listen in and read body language and emotions as best we can. Obviously, time is no longer a factor here in the overtime.
All I'm saying, we go into another overtime, I'm jumping off this thing. Right.
So I believe that Ohio Dominican has won the toss.
Long bus ride home. We lose this thing.
We'll see how it plays out.
It's gonna be dead silent.
Playing in the south.
Which is the end zone to our right as folks watch this game. Ball spot at the 25-yard line, and UIndy, the last time their offense had the ball, they went 99 yards. There will be no opportunity to repeat that at this stage of the game. Ohio Dominican ready defensively. Clinton in as the tailback. And Clinton, a little bit of room, but gets a yard or two. And again, now the timing of this game is no longer a concern. Clinton, 57 yards on 18 carries, held to 3.2 yards per carry today. Again, you cannot say how good the job that Ohio Dominican has been on defense. You can't say that enough. And now a flag is thrown. I think UIndy's got 12 on the field. They had 12 out there, so now 2nd and 9 becomes 2nd and 14. Stankham 176 yards passing. Ernst 262. Travis Whitaker 16 carries for 60 yards. It has been fought for tooth and nail between these two teams today. On the slant, and what a throw. I did not think that's where the ball was going. Bentley makes a sliding grab.
That's a heck of a grab by Frank
at the 21-yard line.
He's throwing that off the corner. Who widened with the number 2 receiver who went out and barely threw it away from the Sam linebacker.
3rd down and 6. Stankham throws in the flat looking for Bentley again. Tremendous grab with blanket coverage all over him. The defensive back in coverage was Godwin Joe, but Bentley with back-to-back huge grabs for the young man from Louisville, Kentucky.
I think we're going to be glad there's no replay here. He blew it dead. It's all right.
There's one I thought that went against the Hounds earlier in this game, so things tend to balance themselves out. 1st and 10 after a 7-yard pickup. It's Clinton, and Clinton, nothing there. Gets a yard. And again, given what has happened in special teams, a field goal might win it, but you don't want to settle for it.
No, not especially when you start the overtime with the ball.
Well, 2nd down. Fake the handoff, looking for Bentley. Double move, looking for him in the corner, and couldn't get it to him. Again, well defended. It was Godwin Joe again that made the play. Really was a one-man pattern. All the attention was looking left side. 3rd down and 9 coming up here for the Hounds.
Yeah, they're going to isolate him. It's one-on-one. Little post corner.
When they had to get it done on the last drive, UIndy converted their last 5 third downs. They just did it again. They've made their last 6. Quick hitter, catch made, and diving for the end zone. Going to be stopped just shy.
Fumbled.
But it is a fumble and recovered by Ohio Dominican. Stretching for the end zone. Ball came free. Dominican gets the turnover. And now Ohio Dominican, a field goal, can win this game. Take a look. Again, it was and punched out. Great play. Fantastic play. That was Lake that made the play. Again, one defender held him up. He's trying to go for the end zone. Lake on his backside, Darius Leonard style.
Punches it right out.
Squares up like he's playing Mike Tyson's punch out. Knocks the ball free and recovered by Ohio Dominican. That's a fantastic play. If you're Chris Keevers, the only gripe that you have is, hey, could you have blown the play dead because forward momentum had stopped. But because he's efforting for the end zone, you probably let the play go through. I understand that one. And now for Dominican on UIndy's first turnover of the game. Again, a field goal can win it.
A field goal could win it.
But their last field goal was blocked. Ernst. Ball is tipped, and it's caught. The tight end in Ryder makes the grab at the 24-yard line. And for a game that is sitting here on 16-16, we've had a lot of everything in this game today.
Yeah, this ball hangs in the air forever.
And he wins the jump ball to go get it.
He's the tallest guy out there. He wins the high point.
At 6'3" and 260, goes up and gets it.
He weighs 260.
Handoff goes to Whitaker, and Whitaker upended after a gain of about 4. Progress down to the 21-yard line.
I'll be shocked if this ball gets passed.
So it's 3rd down and 6. And wind is at the back of both teams playing on this end of the field. Some fresh legs coming in for the Hounds defensively.
Well, they just matched. They brought Michael Brown back in to match 4 wideouts.
And timeout's going to be called. Play clock was down to 2. And you do get an extra timeout in the overtime, even though, again, the clock does not run. You get 1 for scenarios like that.
For the play clock, or just defensively, sometimes if you don't like what you see.
I have this, by the way, as the first overtime game for UIndy since 2014. That 4 overtime game against St. Joseph's. I think Scotty Miller hit about 19 field goals in that game. I know the math doesn't add up. It seems that way.
I want to say
36-33 and 4 overtimes the win that night.
I did not work that game.
No.
I'm pretty sure Brian Locke did because I had some type of school function.
We got bumped for our friends at CBS Sports Network that
Oh,
night.
that's you.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Which is why I tried to steal one of their mic flags the one game I did for them. 3rd down and 6 coming up. I think the statute of limitations are over on that at this point.
You can admit to that now.
The polo shirt they gave me, the mic flag I kept of my own accord. 3rd down and 6 coming up.
I can feel it. They had their hands all over this game. Hands and feet.
Play clock at 10. Hounds bring 5. Ernst rolling, looking, throws, and incomplete pass. Again, that was a very safe pass. Either your guy's catching or nobody is. And it's 4th down, and can the Hounds pull a rabbit out of their hat again and make a play happen on special teams? And a blocked extra point and a blocked field goal at the end of regulation have given them this opportunity. And if you're thinking about trying to ice the kicker, you've got 1 timeout to take, and Chris Keevers is positioned. Saddled up next to the line judge. It's a 38-yard try. Timeout taken by UIndy. And Ian Quackenbush will take the practice kick on the snap. Made that one, but obviously no oncoming rush. So let's look at this. If you're Ohio Dominican, what can you do differently schematically from a blocking standpoint when you've had a couple of breakthroughs like this in a game?
It might be a personnel issue. I mean, typically the guys on your PAT team are your offensive linemen, and then you fill in the tight end and wing spots with your wing spots are usually guys that are decently athletic, but still fairly wide guys, because the longer you can make the edge. But like UIndy hasn't blocked it from the edge; they've blocked it through the middle.
It was Hall that got the last one. Shelton got the first one. No timeouts remaining. You'll get a great look from here. Snap back. Kick clears this time. I think he pulled it left, and he did. He missed it. We continue on at Key Stadium. We go to overtime number 2. And the Ohio Dominican offense will go right back on the field, as now UIndy will get the last look. And I think, again, the wind played a factor. And again, kids from Ohio Dominican don't know this. We tend to. You get past the edge of the bleachers on that end, it's kind of a wind tunnel effect that comes across that building.
Look at the flags.
Yep. So we play again. Overtime number 2 here at Key Stadium.
The other thing that happens, you have 2 blocked. Now you're really focusing on getting the ball up in the air.
I will tell you, the last 2 times that UIndy has played an overtime football game, they've been 4 overtime football games, so you consider yourself warned. All right, here we go. Overtime number 2. Take the handoff. Ernst looking for the deep ball to Davis. Incomplete pass.
We don't call Mavunga's name a lot, and I think it's because they really tend to work the opposite side away from him because he does such a nice job. There they tested him, and he did a nice job.
Landry Mavungu in coverage. So second down and 10. Handoff goes to Whitaker. Guerriere slings him down. No gain on the play. Third down and 10.
That is impressive right there. Just came off the edge. Makes a really good trail tackle.
And right now would be a 42-yard field goal. Obviously, those have been an adventure for ODU as of late. Hounds bring 5. Ernst going to step up, throws. That's a first down. That's Davis. And Davis still going at the 5-yard line. Just the 5th third down conversion for Ohio Dominican today. It is deemed he stepped out of bounds at the 12, but it will be a first down for Ohio Dominican.
Good job extending the play here. Feels the pressure from the edge. Who's that coming off the edge there? It's one of the nickel package guys, Jalen Wilson. So Jalen's coming off the edge. He feels it, steps up, and that just gives him enough time to get the ball to the outside.
Handoff goes to Whitaker. Again, not much there. Again, neither team is really lined up, other than the last drive for UIndy. Has either team really said, okay, we can just line up and run the football and be successful at it today? Ohio Dominican is averaging 2.1 yards per carry. UIndy is at 3.3. This game is yet to hit the 3-hour mark, and we are in overtime number 2. Ball spotted at the 11-yard line. Again, the handoff to Whitaker, and no gain. Honeyus. Is he the Honeyus Badger, the Honeyus Bear? Whatever his nickname is, he's been a good football player here at UIndy. And it's 3rd down and 10.
Oh, that's a really good read by him, and then just he's got his gap responsibility and then the ability to find the ball carrier and make that tackle.
Honeyus, the junior from Wildwood, Missouri. Play clock is at 4. Ernst steps, throws a bit of a wobbler, tipped away by Strickland. I think Ernst would like to have that one back. He did not deliver a good throw. Gave Strickland time to recover. And even if this is a made field goal, that is a win defensively for UIndy.
That's a really nice play by Lauren Strickland. So they took, against man coverage, they took the 2 outside guys in, and then, because you see he and Honeyus out there, so they had a back in the flat and then the corner route. Great recovery.
Strickland making sure his guys aren't lined up over the center and drawing a penalty. Quackenbush, snap back, kick up, and this one is good. So now UIndy knows they must score to keep the overtime going. It is now 19-16 Ohio Dominican, but at the same time, a touchdown wins it for UIndy. And forgive my ignorance, I believe that now in college football, in this overtime, you have to go for 2. Obviously, it no longer is relevant, at least
Correct.
in this overtime.
It would be.
But in second overtime, you are going for 2.
Have to, yes.
Yep. But again, that will not be a factor. If UIndy scores, the celebration ensues. If we were broadcasting this game in 1985, we would say something like pandemonium.
Pandemonium would ensue.
The students here only know 1985 in a history book.
Yeah.
Ancient history to them.
I was looking through
what are we about to do?
some information from school, and it included birth dates of teachers.
Past that time, yeah.
And
well past that time.
Yes, and the teachers are born 97, 98.
All right, 1st and 10, second overtime, 25-yard line. On the counter, it's Clinton. Clinton weaves his way through traffic, one of his better runs of the day. Again, Clinton, 19 carries, 58 yards before that one. Picks up 7. Doesn't have to be flashy. 4 and 5 yards at a time will work here for UIndy. Clinton running behind T.J. Singh on that play.
Hand throws inside of that. And then lead him on up. That had the potential to be really big.
Trips all to the near side for the Greyhounds. Throws. Almost broken up, or almost intercepted by Godwin Joe. If he does, the game's over. He made a great break on Bentley, and it's 3rd down.
So it's flash fake. A lot of teams in that concept, instead of running the slant, go ahead and run the old, I call it the Marvin Harrison route, where he's just coming straight in and trying to catch the ball underneath the coverage.
Handoff goes to Clinton. Clinton tripped up. Great play. That's Dales that makes the play again. And how are you feeling if you're Chris Keevers? You kick the field goal to keep the game going. Do you go for it here on 4th and 1, going for the victory? The offense isn't living the field just yet. Here comes the field goal unit. They'll give Boozman the opportunity. And again, if it's a miss or a block, game's over. Ohio Dominican wins it. Clinton had a seam. It was Dawson Dales, their leading tackler, that makes the play.
Just got the ankle.
So this is from 32 yards out. Timeout, Ohio Dominican. Boozman takes the practice blast and makes it. Again, he missed an extra point wide right. As you noted, he missed 2 field goals last week.
This could be a great fake right here.
Usman, the fifth-year junior.
Please do a fake.
As we said earlier, from the very well-represented Fort Wayne Snyder High School. Offense, some of those guys kind of inching forward saying, hey, you want to change your mind and go for it here on fourth down? Looks like the answer is no. Special teams will stay on the field, or will they? Here comes the offense. They're going to go for it. UIndy's changed their mind. They're going to go for it on 4th and a yard. And again, Ohio Dominican can't take a timeout here because they've already used their timeout. UIndy is a man short. It'll give Ohio Dominican a little more time to respond, and now UIndy will take a timeout. Stankham and Singh were late to get on the field, two of your more veteran players.
Well, but they're also not on the field goal PAT team.
Right.
So they weren't part of the decision-making process, because what you would really like is to have that timeout in your pocket right now and see if you can draw them off sides and get the free first down.
Correct.
But you just had to burn the timeout, so the field goal team may go back out there.
And given kind of what I'm seeing from an emotional standpoint, it's the offense.
It's the
They're
offense.
going to go for it. Again, credit Ohio Dominican. They have bottled up Clinton today, but UIndy feels confident in their ability to get a yard. No safety help on the receivers either if they will look for the big play. Handoff goes to Clinton. Clinton hit, bounces off of it, cuts back. He's not going to get there. Game's over. Ohio Dominican wins it. Ohio Dominican wins it. They had stopped Toriano Clinton all day long. They do it again, and Ohio Dominican will win in double overtime, 19-16. Credit to Ohio Dominican for coming in and making a big-time stop and getting a big-time win. Clinton trying to bounce it outside. There was simply nowhere to go. Ball game is over, and the Hounds fall to 2-2 on the season. We'll take this quick timeout, come back, and wrap it up next as you're watching University of Indianapolis Greyhound football here on the ISC Sports Network.
Racecom Buick GMC truck was just awarded GMC Dealer of the Year. Come see why and drive away in a new Buick Encore for just $129 a month. Lease a new GMC Terrain for only $229 a month, or get a third row Acadia for as little as $229 a month.
Get your next SUV from the GMC Dealer of the Year, Ray Skillman Buick GMC truck.
Two great locations, US 31 South
or I-465 and East Washington Street, or RaySkillmanCars.com.
McCulling in time. Oh, no! It's good.
This one is caught.
There you
go.
go.
Wow, Dawson makes a great catch.
Spin, win, 3, bury it for Leland Walker.
Tie the game they do with the dunk by Malik Edmonds. What a play.
Oh, my goodness.
I feel a little momentum starting to fall Ellen's way.
That is
Oh!
Wrestler! Wrestler! Whoa!
Looking for Indy's best barbecue? Swing by City Barbecue. Our barbecue is smoked the way it should be, low and slow over local hickory wood. Our teammates whip up our classic barbecue sides and mouth-watering desserts from scratch every day, too. When you think about it, barbecue's perfect for any occasion. Tonight's family dinner, Friday's office lunch, next weekend's tailgate, or your next fancy event.
Check us out at our 6 Indy area locations and learn more at citybbq.com.
Your life is on the go. Now your viewing habits can be on the go. With the ISC Sports Network app, your team is at your fingertips. You can download years' worth of content from the ISC Sports Network library. High school, college, special events, weekly and monthly shows, wherever you find your favorite app. And you can always find out more information at iscsportsnetwork.com.
Back for the final time at Key Stadium today, something that has not been said here for over a decade. The Hounds have lost back-to-back home games, and they have lost an overtime game for the first time in 10 years. In double OT, Ohio Dominican gets the win 19-16. Our post-game show, a service of Prairie Farms alongside Dave Burton. Greg Rakestraw with you. Dave, your final thoughts on what was a very entertaining game. Just didn't follow the script the home fans wanted to there at the end.
No, I mean, 2 weeks in a row, it's come down to just a handful of plays, which, you know, good college football teams like UIndy like UIndy's played in Ohio Dominican and last week Tiffin, that's what it comes down to. And where UIndy has struggled in both weeks is making multiple big plays. Great play to tie up the game by Heinemann. Great job blocking a field goal to present the overtime opportunity. 4th and 1. Got to get a yard. A guy got 270 yards 2 weeks ago. We can't get one today. I mean, in a nutshell, that's what it comes down to.
Player of the game presented by Indiana Members Credit Union. And for UIndy, we're going to go with Alonzo Derrick. Again, it's a very young receiving core, but Derrick made some big catches. 6 catches, 74 yards, and a touchdown. Again, we're seeing this group come of age here early in the season.
Yeah, and you know, I talked about a little bit in the fourth quarter. As the game progresses, it seems like Derrick is the guy that makes plays, you know, in key moments. And I think, you know, maybe that's going to continue to get him opportunities earlier in games where they're going to, you know, look to call his number and see if that can help them get the running game going again.
Our play of the game is presented by Aqua Systems. And when you have a field goal game that goes to double overtime, the last play of the game is the play of the game. UIndy takes the field goal unit off the field. Again, they feel confident in their ability to go for 4th and 1. And credit Ohio Dominican. They had the answer. They get the stop, and they take the victory back home on I-70 with them to Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah, and just really good push right there from the, you know, what Toriano Clinton's looking for is the cutback, and their left defensive tackle just took our right guard, that's Zach Clark, and just pushed him straight back into the backfield, and there's nowhere for Clinton to go.
Today's game on the ISC Sports Network presented by Indiana Members Credit Union. Proudly supporting UIndy Athletics, offering a free UIndy debit card. Show your school spirit and get yours today at imcu.com. By Prairie Farms, Indiana's Dairy. By Gordon Flesh, technology that works, people who perform, gflesh.com. By the Free Enterprise System. Free Enterprise System is the official travel agency for Greyhound Athletics. Free Enterprise, anything else is just a bus ride. By Aqua Systems, the knowledgeable staff of water experts at multiple locations. Aqua Systems has been helping people improve their water since 1959 and proud to support the University of Indianapolis. And by the Ray Skillman Automotive Group. Go to rayskillman.com for your best deals. That'll do it for our broadcast today. Great to be back with you, Dave. You and I will have another game. In fact, you and I will have the finale at home this season against William Jewell on November the 6th. Mark Forster will have the call the next two with Dave on October the 9th and October the 16th. The Hounds go on the road next week. They will be at Southwest Baptist. Our friends at WICR and UIndy Athletics will have all of the coverage for you. Congratulations to each of these two teams for a fantastically played game today. Ohio Dominican had just a little bit more for them. They win 19-16 in double overtime. We thank you for joining us for University of Indianapolis Greyhound football here on the ISC Sports Network.
Tonight's UIndy broadcast is brought to you by Free Enterprise System, the official travel agency for Greyhound Athletics. Anything else is just a bus ride. By Prairie Farms, we are Indiana's Dairy. By Indiana Members Credit Union, proudly supporting UIndy Athletics and offering a free UIndy debit card. Show your school spirit and get yours at imcu.com. By Gordon Flesh.
What's that? Yeah.
Technology that works, people who perform. Please visit us at gflesh.com. By Aqua Systems, helping people improve their water since 1959 and a proud sponsor of the UIndy Greyhounds. And by the Ray Skillman Auto Group. Go to rayskillman.com for your best deals.
When medical care is needed, where will you turn? With Community's Connect to Care program, one call or click finds you the closest open appointment. Request a time yourself or let us do it. From a primary care doctor or virtual visit to a med check or community clinic at Walgreens. Just call or click. You can go right to our website or to me. Connect to Care from Community.
Your life is on the go.